no yenya ade asesa so na before ane jumeko bi adaroma na omota jumere ne chimakacha sanyame adomwa yekọ Kenya and Dubai yene strongman Kweku Darlington and Frank Nero and emunyina yekọ Kenya and Dubai iti program no opesa wudi echi abomoden na journey na fei enyina yenko bi join na je number we cc 0552 153 124 0552 153 124 now abani enso yeni we juma kam he pasco wunim say he pasco herbal capsules de e liver sansam obepo liver ho ban he pasco afei wo ka no sesan wo niema enso e wo shell ma kan tell say oil no obesesa enko sesan obebi foforo bia wan hwani ya no kina bi akofa asam kese e de abro e shell e na wokọ na wakọ akosesa niema no enso e de afi o maso ye afei coffee amwa mabu stones no mo amope mabu stones e de swimming pool afei floors ade mo so so obo bi e de staircase no wo ba kofi amu anamfe wa ba bejema puso slebi kafam se bana so ye home plants sa hudo ni nyina ye kafam so ye era Ghana ye kwa akwaje ni mapa na bi enso etimi ato Divine Hope Herbal Center eno de maka cham se edrei wunya nsuo de na o de Divine Hope ye drive for o che herbal capsules na kakra o che herbal powder no wo de kakra gumu eno anu wudem ebetimi abo ye pa afi betway se me kan cham se child bet e wo betway enche yeah, the betting course no and so Eddie bro Kivo 4-in-1 no and no and as I say Gary Sockins na I simple Kivo and so Adaroma Hassa capsules and Hassa mixture there and no and the pam all santi be dwane akwa e Hassa capsules and Hassa mixture Kel Chaco toothpaste no misramo uchu osia na we use Kel Chaco toothpaste be fin and niama se be akwahye osia se ni nyina adiefuo empampan ye wanum ni nyina ye Kel Chaco toothpaste and air pam Solac mixture o de poa atiase wa boso empampan e wase wa menuaba wedro e Solac mixture filo milk no say ye no milk keke ye fa milk nye aduane keke e ye filo milk e na wo kwa akwaje Vema Plus Company Limited e the Prostavite capsules na e di aba o say wo junso na wo chimu asa junso na etimi aba mo junso na moja enemu no o prostate sansam na ye Prostavite OP wallpapers can ha obeto wallpapers blankets are what 3D wall clocks a OP aswe na oba 3P garlic mixer no mo ma kese abro so wallpaper o so te o so sugar level no kwa na air costro and now so say what's se che o na se etaye tititia a 3P garlic mixer and I come for edi amao extra comfort foam no and also the macacha students are what mo king size queen size mattress die a extra comfort foam na yen so ya mattress ni bi na oba beji Executive Herbal Center Makacha says say and doctors the phone so by aswaya oba me shall test who do ni nyina test and scans who do ni nyina no ye e de acho free e Executive Herbal Center and so aswaya but more than a pray na yen so ye new endi juma City Ceramics mo amope tiles ato wo so awo primrose Makacha say finish na dan wo finish ndie e City Ceramics aswaya na oba beji bi Gentleman Dental Clinic bibia fa wo sen wanum or bad sentiment. Dental clinic doctors the phone never show some and so at the amount. And she was someone nom a kangan and adjunct drinking water a super, but one in a corner Columbia and fay and wow. Samens vital herbal mixer and a capsule sonum a dread to now from a guy one more baby fear was radian munina and who sissy a fee sradebua and no and a man bema with the boss while who to me a son and tabno one of Samens did Jolibia a back cleaning a few at the amount. Livestock mining engineering training school here. My country so by aswaya you bet schools from Brady and Chelsea near City excavator, forklift after dump trap, bulldozers are wood rollers are wood winning in ano, a livestock mining and engineering training school, Buzia Ventures say Ghana card no for Brana Jeff phones, over Jeff phones and away to it and a cra, a Buzia Ventures and a make for Ediamo, Midima for her bar hospital, Dr. Time or no so, yeah, we are assets or no bar, Midima for her bar hospital, I swear, no about Juarisa, Astolings International dear, Danny Da, me catch us and crata asɛm a yɛde tu kwan obɛkɔ school ɛwɔ amonane ɛyɛ school nko na bɛsɛ ɔde tu kwan a ɛyɛ Astolix International Talbia Takum ɛyɛ memedro bɛma no mu ɔbɛkyɛ ɛwɔ mpem mpa so agorɔ bɛda ɛyɛ Talbia Takum Superlovic phones no ɛyɛ phones ahodoɔ ɛne yɛtɔn wonim sɛ Superlovic ɛde home appliances na asan so abɛka ho enti mo pɛ TV fridges iron bibia de home appliances bia na aba Superlovic enso so aba abɛgyibi bɔmɔden na brain na afei yɛnso yɛne ɛndi dwuma Niwa Scientific Herbal Hospital Dr. Nimo sɛmo anwo ha kidney problems, liver problems, woso so akasa pampan edi echire bema woso so a sperm count no low sperm count infections a wodo na etete wa wo ba Niwa Scientific Herbal Hospital aso ye Kennedy Digital Satellite die woni se home appliances afie eye Kennedy aso ye bra na ba home appliances ni nyina enso eto TV iron fridges kettles a wodo air conditions dudu bia eye Kennedy Digital Satellite afei Garden Herbal Industries ya de drono edia ba kokwe dro Garden Herbal Mixture and a Garden Herbal Capsules. Bomadi na kona kojibi. Veron Ghana Limited VGL. Obeto motorbikes. Obeto aboboya. Make sure some brand no. VGL Veron Ghana Limited. Afe electromat semen cancer say home appliances na brain na bejibi. Someone will pay air conditions at all fridges, freezers, I would washing machine, gas cookers, microwaves, electromat. I swear now ba no aba bejibi. Alaska Star Enterprise the nyama beto de sisi dem ama hwaye fe Alaska Star Enterprise Royal Forms student for no mingo so enkai mo say 4 inches mattress no ya de 350 Ghana cedis per 3 inches de no ya de 320 Ghana cedis per saso and only edi kum tontom no ye be kum tontom no e de fifio saso mosquito coil ene spray no and make am for enso e de amao no bien security system de dane da me catch you say bomodin fa security in some about fear CCTV cameras no ye bo modern ones e de amao baby obia obehu de ekoso enso e wo fie ho bamba cold capsules bono asebi na ba be hye wechi no bomoden na afei yen kla ni nyina emfi ho kokwadro eye bamba cold capsules afei epono doors eye door master so ene ye kwakwaje doors ahodo ni nyina open door wode unse bebie de ode wani bebie wo so a open voice control doors krana proper armor doors ahodo bia no eye door master so eye Ghana ha open pono dia the whole Ghana door master WS Betson say register WS Betson chabet WS Betson na afei wo so di esanse also no esoso e wo WS Betson bafo polo die wonim se Africa we no obe dress good Ghana for make us wow akrai untade ehyem efa e bafo polo Nexens cable metal say me samo mo pe conduit cables no flexible ones no wonim se wires a wo draw no e Nexens cable metal and I make am for e dia ma o say wonim say what more than 5,000 Ghana cedis. There we are, say, we better receipts no. Now they are sending number way 0531 018 643. Now our friend and also edijo kama. Skins shaving bomb solution no. Mesre mo amu ya bodwe na se nsansan ba beguma bodwe ase no. Skins no and make come for ediamao. Easy buy phones say 300 Ghana cedis pe. What the bar ubenya phones no. Dudu obia ne what the type ubia oprebia be fakọ ne twetia ne kakra socks de ye shining star and make come for ediamao. EBA phones say iPhones now all part of them with just 40% of the price and oba what the tour and one by iPhone now kona ko use the tweet and kaino and kakra the last fashion the market of the hardware sini nyina dunkwa no fina yem free was coupon japa afe chechere chefo praso ni nyina no ye koto eniama no e wo dilaf afe rush energy drink and so na omadaroma ye ko share ye ko Ratri Park ye ko J-Bad any kwaku smoke and so program na and also e course so enti yare ni nyina no ye ba be sensam no ase na fe ye mo so abonkomo kwa medela bibia se ye die menua
nyankopon adom bibia boko
fantastic big bibia ye fine
na me adom bibia ye fine kwaku
fantastic me sama mama ye nanse na ye monkomo and a question of the day any now question of the day they say which player will affect the game the most as Tottenham Spurs takes on Chelsea today. It's na ye bisasa Tottenham and Chelsea and a airport player bang and I was to say game no beba na we no be a body din say asumesi wa bobo papa Kudus Extravao Richarlison and also say Enzo Fernandez and also say ususu say player fufuro bi our list the mu sha obetimi abo ebia na oni we kura mu na bia ususu say bia ye kan wo say Moises Caicedo ebia wo say ebia Pedro Neto wanga say ususu say wan e be wie game no na obia airborne din kwame
Kagu
and I ojina hin
say already obe entertain dia na definitely say ye kasa obi be entertain obe mani pagia ngofo be hwe omomo ye very skillful ne to say Mohamed Kudus ne Estevao no ba me hwe de obetimi ni effect go give him kesia from a tactical standpoint me kwadi amaka I said based on how our game ni be sia so de me choose ne pan de oni list ni me kwadi amaka I said but mo be entertain de definitely ebeye Estevao mu Mohamed Kudus man be entertain but obi obetima affect game ne from a tactical standpoint me kwadi amaka I said
so obi obetima affect game ne de Caicedo
yeah
wow say by scoring and say by just
from a
defending
from a tactical
point of
standpoint no because the nature of the game and how we are going to see Spurs or bebo Abrante friend say Paulinho and a Bentanco mu finfin or Chelsea will be here sa aggression no because our two players ne flourish and Mohamed Kudus have that freedom to operate so Chelsea be here will be betimi this aggression this physicality in the so say who probably bit ma affect game the most do bit ma protect the back line for Chelsea because definitely Spurs be attack will be here protection so from a tactical standpoint ne dey me kodi amaka I said by obi entertain supporters no Kudus mo ba jibo on betwetwe ne Estevao so kwaku me kodi amaka I said from a tactical standpoint
big bacho osu gina hin
kwaku the spotlight the attention is going to be on Mohamed Kudus. Kudus because Kudus is that kind of player who loves the big stage. He always wants to prove a point. He's that fighter. Opportunity kesiye, platform kesiye. Now actually we are seeing now. Actually we be asa onu Kudus Mohamed no onimbo ne bo. In the big games at Tottenham aba niyama kon kind ya mo munyina no. He's been very influential this season. Assist any idea now or the money players, the teammates in the I feel say playing against Chelsea. This is going to be that big platformer. Attention never bows will be a show. And I am sure Mohamed Kudus he always wants to be in the spotlight for footballing reasons and idea. Kwaku or no na adrenaline bibi abekono so by Jumo Beye.
By dribbling, assisting, and also scoring. Which
Kudus born and Kasadi do na dribbling any assist because this season only Richarlison have formed some sort of connection between the two. Kudus Mohamed assisting and I am sure today is going to be one of those days because 24 Kasabi say Dominic Sadio Sonta Krache. If you have to do it, it is on the bigger platforms, the bigger opportunities. True. And this is the opportunity. If it's not against Chelsea, then who is it going to be against? Obia should be the game against Manchester City. One of the biggest games they have played this season. Quite often, so in the attention, ball or boy on that day. And I'm sure it's not going to be an exception. Either dribbling or assisting. That is what Kudus Mohamed has been doing for Tottenham this season.
Karim Pacho, Mami Bissau. We may say among for Liverpool fans not title say Anna Slot elusu to Aston Villa penny for non pen and pamono Sam Comono uso mubiana
oh say olusuna Liverpool penny for who say baby e kono ontimi solve why not so her number of games I will lose but me who say or more money time and me would so bit my things around. So personally, I feel say or more money America crack it will Liverpool set up. Yes, or more problem in terms of a structural problem, no most especially how we defended this time around, leaving a lot of spaces in between the lines. So that structural problem how Liverpool team no. Then individual performance players are expected some commit to changing game now the Liverpool team no. Same way then collective playing in Koswa. we expect you to say Mohamed Salah mo Florian Wirtz mo so bit masesa ne omade amount. But this season few players spend with Liverpool individually on performance also iketi kene Soboslai mo. So apart from say coach no structure no nneoma nko ye ni individual impokra no nneoma nko ye then mentally so no omo ye drained unse bibi omo pressure omo so I think say slot omo man time obi change nneoma
comment so when
ana make say omo anka sampanyimfo no etena no omo analyze say ya bought the last 7 games you lose 6 ana ya win baako so Aston Villa ba be saying yetena se analyze it slot ya ye bia ya man time no ontimi ensesa nneoma why not say ye pamo slotter based on games na we lose no betime gina so de apamo no by me de me hu ne say omoma ne mbre kakra betime asesa nneoma
emrano ye Aston Villa, Real Madrid, Manchester City.
Yeah, the ombe here win this weekend to build that confidence.
Okay.
And to me when say bibia ha adwen de by me when say omoma ne time kakra.
Mami ko Facebook na Ghana for and so madwin about question of the day na yebisa entry Kingsley Buama ewo Facebook or say ne answer eye kudus Ansu Apple say eye kudus Isahaku say eye kudus Kwame Stokasti say eye Kukurela and ono so eye call Palmer GH say ne answer say Extravau any way we give no bia be boni the Collins Mingsa as mo kudus Kofi Kelly as eye Kukurela Kojo Bright as eye Richarlison Andre Pedri say eye kudus into Ghana for go so much well Hart Zazi Chelsea fantastic na Abdul Hamid say na Liverpool for nyabotre hu hia so mo bedwendwen say biom be pamo papa ye freno ana slot me so me answer Mohamed Kudus no na obebo papa ye freno Robert Tab Francis Kwesi Ba say Mohamed Kudus well Kofi Blessing say Mohamed Kudus Francis Kwesi Ba as Mohamed Kudus Amafoka Kudus since her name say Kudus no kofo ehwe onim ye pa bigi the ana slot conversation no ujina himfa
Goku for me results na aba so far no 7 matches were lose bako 6 or win just 1 nti should you lose against Aston Villa now the room and say Liverpool team no in the last 8 matches lose 7 and while winning just 1 and we shouldn't forget last 4 Premier League matches we're losing in way back on 5 Premier League matches consecutively we're losing in a sackable results but the woman say we are being over expectant of the Anslot performance because of what he did in his first season.
Of course, yeah.
Last season and SSN tono. But this time you obey last season in Tino. If you say this season, so you get the abroad the in the last season, not so. But I have found a reality, no air catcher and slot. And I feel say based on at least the in the last season, nature say after the reality, no one want to be shene dia. And Yama best sana Yama koye dia ma Liverpool. And for me, I'm found say results in koye. The start wasn't bad. And clearly, me feel say one of those bad days and also bad times in the office. And to papa, he still needs time. Football and magic. And I'm paying baby now. So moana the nafa na obe breakaka. But I feel so with time no bit me ashe na enema koye di ama Liverpool because the obeto ye no e bia frim I say say afi ono ahye ne de. And nti na obre no. Nti ohye ne de ni wi a na yahwe performance or be man. So if I am in charge of Liverpool, na me to me for me mama natena no why na dwuma kwaku.
And then me access no to na kudus menim say osu follower Ghana for say and no more share kudus me say Chelsea fans crown for no omanya kan na kudus ni goal na anye bia no Chelsea crown so nhye so say Ghana for ni kudus hu ye papa
oh yes say kudus ye Ghana for darling boy o
because our ancestors no do na kudus extra val ba ku ni betwem Enoch ye boss say extra val we ditchum Bennett kudus Francis Watson Kudus, John Idia say a Kudus. It looks like the Kudus conversation on air Kosropa.
Yes.
Minim say Afi Kudus to Nesamanyo, why not Bobopa?
When they say Semenyo, and when you debatable, Semenyo straight away.
Now, then, Ama Semenyo, I was reaching Kudus. na den na Kudus ebetimi aye e dey assign no
Semenyo ade man also change Kudus and I say a lot of the other Ghanaian players this season kwekwe the numbers are odeba the number of goals he's scoring assist or aside say because ball no ye nyina ye twetwe bi ye nyina ye pass bi nti dey na be mo better e dey achen me you have to add other qualities and no be mo nya advantage over the other player you are being compared to. And if you say, and only idea about Semenyo be beating Mohamed Kudus. So if Kudus wants to get to that kind of level, if he wants to be talked about, like how people talk about Semenyo, also the finishing, no, which is goal scoring, because assisting in this season, will be the matter of Tottenham Bobo, but goals, no, and I ain't share that massa into our day up, kaka, and when the goal scoring anymore, now polish the art of goal scoring in him. I think say no boy. Ediama Mohamed Kudus.
Well, anyway, come say Ghana for Kudus no any the act of goal scoring, any given numbers, you know. Are we going to see that in Kudus? And I say because I did be uncommon about 3 years in year Kudus man numbers, numbers in yebehu.
A bit depending on Mohamed Kudus Nankasa.
Okay.
And a road necessary the amano was personal. On say Thomas Frank amano that freedom to move around and on ababe the focal point for airspace. So mostly airspace team na Mohamed Kudus na no obejibo because of an ability to protect the ball and dribbling skills no. So anytime you are on the bejibo na try so bit me beating it opponent nipa 1 2 3 creating space for the teammates no. So onona kwa a player born in Ababa Bijana, so not necessarily so never goals in the ball. No, na so who game this was Spurs game be through. So a Bijana Thomas Frank, so then a Bijana Mohamed Kudus. So, but I believe it's about time I was say Mohamed Kudus obey me Eddie goals in a kind of game who be because the moment our goals in the Babaka one, the Baba Mohamed Kudus mu ayidu. Obi enim say born Mohamed Kudus ni bo. Entwetwe no onim bibie by the end Baba mu ayidu say ni nyina na e goals. So Mohamed Kudus be here goals no
right.
Say ebe kan ball no ho ebe saba ni mu asa you because they say football no say obo na asa our numbers are a project very well so obe here numbers no be here goals no
asam no waka no ene me kwa na my last question Kwame you can say for kakrato so Chelsea to get red card I obey because when someone for say Chelsea to get red card ko fun kucha
say at the current nipa do na beka sa asem ne say the rate na to so no so the moment album say be a repeat be brain no obetime nyamugidie say the likely will say betime si no e was so when so be see Chelsea to get red card the possibility no was true because of recent events the to Chelsea say omotai be oh there be
Biggie Chelsea to get red card na possible na ubetwa
highly possible say obo the last 9 matches now what the 6 red cards. Now the last 7 matches, what the 5 red cards are. Highly possible that Chelsea beating me the red cards. It's our trend in the following quarter. Okay. Yes, you know, highly possible. The intuition. I bet you anyone for Kakram to watch means in the quiet cry.
Maminko, I'm on an example now for young Kobon Johnny wa television. No, so Lawson TV, our Facebook, Lawson TV. Now, so what joining us for come on, yes, so yet, I'm always saying, Mami can't tell, sir, we can be. For 2 quarter James at time no assessa in plan here and English Premiership games no ever started 3 p.m. Brighton and Hove Albion and Leeds United ever Burnley and so any Arsenal ever Crystal Palace and Brentford FA Fulham and so now Wolverhampton Wanderers ever FA Nottingham Forest ever no miensa Manchester United and ever see kind Tottenham any Chelsea game no 5:30 Liverpool and so any Aston Villa game no 8 o'clock and games because so our English Premiership and Spanish La Liga games Villarreal and Vallecano game no 1 p.m. 3:15 Atletico Madrid and Sevilla Real Sociedad and Atletico Bilbao after Real Madrid game Valencia game no because so no and also 8 p.m. and games because so Cremonese and Juventus game no 7:45 now we so planning Bayern Munich and Bayer Leverkusen game no 5:30 and then games because so Paris Saint-Germain any Nice and so game about so our French Legano and also a 4 o'clock nyame atuma or china games about so Sunday Manchester City any bomb of game no a 4:30 after Spanish La Liga Barcelona any out game no and so a 5:30 games about so and so and no yamon common fee you know when did come on somebody there go play nana and also our now when him say Papa for Ruben Amorim and on Sancho for actually bisa the questions be kakra say Ruben Amorim and say Manchester United air popola yenta hu some more pass ball from the back sir and can Andrew Nana away or J-Ball no na Harry Maguire BM na Matisse delete BM na more pass ball from the back ni eje ni ehyamu na man for complaining na say the Senel Mans by ya tum na edim na ada Manchester United ada na say long balls and kwana muboi and also no on one coach or believe we said they be one way no or say a person possible from the back na say nkofo change na Manchester United defenders no so or say no one say we goalkeeper bobo ni first team essence or say our Benjamin Sesko owa kunya betimi afa ball no mobo ball no so tuma Brian Mbuemo so betimi afa into say danger na as I said the piano we are doing so pass ball no from the back into say on there or yeah coach ade here na say goals na bawo inti say wo press the bebre wa catch the goalkeeper na say long balls na there etom nko na possible but ball no enso FOC ma no ensama Ruben Amorim enso eka wonim say UEFA for one basam esansa say ya drag UEFA for at the call Switzerland court kese ni nyina no say na papa in fact nkofo bi om fi Chile sports consultants now. Say, say UEFA Champions League format na ye use no UEFA for be wiaye. Be wiaye fi ho. Na ni nyina say, so no copyright ideas no 2006. Na 2013 no ko UEFA for aso ye and UEFA for no ko ye meeting. Extra say format we na ye UEFA for no say ye munko. Na afei da sorry ya. UEFA for ye format say be catch ma wo so wonye we wiaye ideas. Inti da no at the crop. I'm a camera to say, you see, UEFA for no confirm say, I'm 20 million euros and the DFE UEFA for so member to the Amdumini. As some of their court in Jessicano and so and far more and not Kellen and Mbappe, a catch us a European golden boot in Echo. So, am I at the award no? And Kellen and Mbappe, Real Madrid for a release. Behind the scenes, and Yama so Abrana, Yadi award no Edema Kellen and Mbappe. Now Mbappe Eromwa and on my wall be Edema Kellen and Mbappe. Pictures upon pictures. Kylian Mbappe so far about Real Madrid iconic events in Yama SCC Alpha Kylian Mbappe hono and I'm doing nyina san the picture where I'm way okay then you see way okay you see and now you then and the Kylian Mbappe actually the story behind those pictures and all and na enya some ketwa and Yama keso mo yede ma Kylian Mbappe make Mbappe so when him say no Spanish La Liga player of the month echo edema Kylian Mbappe Ballon d'Or player of the month and so echo man it's no hat-trick of awards ni nyina echo edema Kylian Mbappe no owie and on Madrid for media team edin komo no ko bi sanse me bisa won sam kakre sanse award ya wajia say obia ema fancy Cristiano Ronaldo ono and maybe or GB Edema Real Madrid. Now, Opesa was set pass, Opesa was shot the Ronaldo. And also question where the answer at the money. Name do bet me can say, or be himself about Real Madrid, not about goals. The benchmark can Cristiano Ronaldo. Name the bet me can say Ronaldo Espane almost 9 years our club with one buyer after which 1.5 years since on to be found home to Ronaldo. Name do bet me can say, or person one Casancasa echo one path. Or yet you know or yeah na that be Sabu Ronaldo di anama body di at the abatan ho on person be compete with Cristiano Ronaldo and I'm okay. Yate now say yet almost only other gule more good partnership papa and also ono the other gule no and surprising about Christian say other gule no only born boss boy ni talented ye pa no say so possible no the other gule or to me touch ball in the way or say the entire Real Madrid team no and the supporters obia per boy na some it is our talk so ebo ball na all ball na that say or bebo ball crashing send ye see ehun abran say for other gule no and on be sense wo so no wo dream say one day golden boot no betimi agye ana ono say enokre wo ya akwada no ye striker de bia wo press obese goals nti normal say ono so ebe press da chi bi na obegye European golden boot o say gina wache no nani enso agye ye pa eno ensemo if Kylian Mbappe enso aso eba ya catch say Pedri Wepra na Pedri pro na wepra no wonim say sanka Ghana sanka beka say Pedri pra okwa krase Pedri akọ ne mame ene ne papa mu wo se ne baya ni treatment no ebetimi akọ ntam so hu say wotse wo free city na kwase kra na se kakra eboa enti Pedri no one ne mame ene ne nua ene ne papa ene the television no so no Manchester United ya metena say omo expect say Manuel Ugarte de akeka kokoi de wa hwa na boy no we free club no enso ekọ Matse Galatasaray for Nyamia to January. The bid ebeba a loan plus an option of 25 million euros. Loan plus an option of 25 million euros. And on Matse Galatasaray for Nyamia to pesa the ba January. Now from where say bia a possible and me in your branchiano and so Edinako now for Kwakusaka Edema Galatasaray. Ya train the baby be by the one man so Edibaba Matse Manchester City for so interested. Aston Villa for defender Ezra Kwanzaa Manchester City for and so edin komosa bronte say omunya no Manchester City chira ni nyina no say Demetri say Netanaki possible so no so be Crystal Palace after Tottenham was before show interest Jonathan David and I know feel Juventus or Juventus see and fire or bo enko Jobeye bia emfa Manchester Aston Villa for the person the loan and so nyame aduma January now for almost so equal try now the dame can't say Kenan Yildiz still yes Chelsea Arsenal Liverpool Kenan Yildiz Juventus for Ukraine yes still almost tata branches master into the Juventus who are dying one man England master born open media for her will be able to project Juventus I no up to the captain at the mouth never open bigger platform about England yes Chelsea go so convince Kenan Yildiz say Omre number set Chelsea number 10 position of and also Asia Kai and I know any LNK a brand for Hendrick Edukoma Olympic Lyon so Olympic Lyon for Nyame Aduma January on the loan offer beba for Hendrick Kai Edema Madrid now when him say press conference now say Lyon for head coach Paulo Fonseca and Kobi Sanseba Pawati ya titi so na uso ene kra na say a brand here ye for Hendrick Oba be Sia Kai and so Edema Olympic Lyon na papa na say the betimi aka say ono eya na on time person be comment e obi players so na mom de betimi aka say players na ya link e omo e dey Olympic Lyon as far as say players no eya de nko ade no problem de here na say players na ba na afanyema so ekoye enso e dey am team e for Olympic Lyon and only ade say ono so e hwe ni mo wonim say nyame adomo a Manchester City and so any bomb of na airborne Pep Guardiola press conference no and so akoso nsamebre and ansentro for bisa Pep Guardiola na ni nyina no de din kan see context wom wonim say goals and assist and as a progressive goal contributions our 2025 English Premiership no okwa Erling Haaland 19 goals 3 assists where from January up to today Haaland and the leading goal contributions our Premiership the year 2025 now about Mo Salah 22 goal contribution 15 goals 7 assists Brian Mbeumo 20 goal contributions on was 14 goals 6 assists no about Antoine Semenyo and also our 12 goals 6 assists and he gives you 18 goal contributions now I know an essential for Kobe and Sebasa Pep Guardiola blah 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 one statistics way one say Antoine Semenyo say our form brutal na money bomb of na ebebo na one Semenyo na ubetimi handle Semenyo de Pep Guardiola
it's not that season last season the previous so for the way the Bournemouth play suit perfectly for him so he's extraordinary play.
Ain't Pep Guardiola now or say Semenyo no enye this season kwa wo ya century na say this season kwa no say season we o say last season of boy no wo ball pa no say kwan a bomb of fofa so e bomb ball no esi tu Semenyo ye eno nti na Semenyo form no enso e wo suru ye pa eno ko bi san say Pep hwe na no ana slot say wa o who players bebree enti no sa wo drop for kra na 11 players san so ba be gina park no so no solid players and Pep Guardiola say sa or to sa comment na mbom opamcho on person be headlines bia why
you will not have my headlines in Daily Mail. I'm sorry, you will not have it.
Pep Guardiola say o make comment kra na ma shada de akwa headlines timu say they are not kind any anje ho ba ko kra and o so ebisa Pep Guardiola say feel for the nyame aduma weekend 200 Premier League appearances na nan say ne form no man for say ene aso otena na edum Pep Guardiola then now can from our first of all 200 Premier League appearance we are the form na kan some kakra Pep
your parents this weekend. Just for you, what has it been like to see him grow up? I suppose, from 17 years old to see him now, he's 25.
It's an honor for me to have seen these 200 games close to him and the impact has done for us, for the club of his heart, and yeah, it's a good milestone, especially at his age, I would say.
Would you like to see him back in the England squad? It gets announced next week. He's
a question for Thomas. He has to play as best as possible. Of course, the contention is not easy. English players are fantastic in his position. There are a lot, many. I have to play good every day, and after Thomas will decide the best for them.
Enti I was full for the aya na ho say oyere ne ho yia decision ni nyina wo coach na wona fei Thomas Tuchel ono so be take decision yanto so na fei yanfa de also so enfam from ko Chelsea na yankobon komesan say Chelsea nyame adom a and na Tottenham game na nyansam ketso from ko bam na yankobon komo Chelsea training grounds and na enyama ko so de den kan plus no coaches no e mo ko gym kakra na kopete na de ehwe sene ampomde na besi akọ enti eno coach no ema wo gym session no eno ko park no so enso ekoye trinte gym no hwa we learn extra vow no peja na de enti eno ajawa to peja na de no master mo mpom no enya den ye pemwa na ewentimi yanko enti eno training no ana etwaku udwane o television no so Lawson TV e wo Facebook Lawson TV o television no so na Chelsea training grounds ho niam na eno so etwagu mu ye na America to no a tututumika ye na fei passing game no so ekoso nti eno Chelsea training grounds and no so etwagu na onim sa make a game no wasam na eno John Terry akwakan bia ma Tottenham for no obubuafu brutal master Chelsea and Tottenham nkan de na emom untimi sebi ending se hunu sa wate wo John Terry be say kire say omoye program na wo John Terry was send voice note dia komo omo say omo mbontie ya wo John Terry say Tottenham for they invite us to game ni bi game ni Ghana time 5:30 we say Tottenham for they say bra game no 5:29 pepe na Tottenham for they say oba on do be call omo trophy cabinet wo on kwa kwhwe omo trophies no say ono kra no 1 minute crazy 1 minute okoya abesan so aba behwe bo ni bi obe say Tottenham for they dwa brutal ye tie John Terry asemo kan
about this morning O'Hara, even using those two words together, Spurs and globally, should never be in the same sentence ever again. Mate, they're still doing their pre-season tours around North London. Absolutely ridiculous. Also, I've been invited to the game by Tottenham the weekend, so it's a 5:30 kick-off. They've asked me to get there at 5:29, and they'll say they'll take me round the trophy cabinet and they'll have me in my seat by kick-off. That's how miles off it they are, mate.
Was John Terry asama and John Terry but always out say we do stadium war 5:29 now court trophy war o ko bia Tottenham was before trophy cabinet war less than 1 minute to betimi asa akwa aba behwe ball always out say John Terry as mo kama Tottenham for na dwa brutal as master we panyin we di agora na yes so serious we asamba to o yanko Arsenal sober training grounds one afei yango hwe de yakọ so Arsenal so prepare nyame adoma Burnley any Arsenal na airport over the weekend and in fact Arsenal for training grounds no omukọ Mikel Arteta instructed players no say answer be start training no players obia gym straight to the gym. Munko peja na de kakra na hwa de enti anu Arsenal sober training grounds na plus na edru training wo budru ono na fe ye gym sections kakra na bi so eye legs kakra omu ye na Mikel Arteta instructed say ye dia obi an straight yenko park no so na fe yenko shooting drills kakra ti Arsenal training na niam so etwagu onti over uhwe Victor Gyökeres na peja na de we no na ko park no so ekotnit no mu pom say Arsenal 8 consecutive wins eto so sa form no e wo ho bibia bakama ye hwe no say Arsenal game no no so ebetimi akoso de beba bia ba ye de 17 so e de beba wunim say Lamine Yamal confirm say efie na ye ka say akoto e de Gerard Piqué and Shakira old house no akoto no say finally Wato ewie nemom one ne cousin Muhammad Abdi ono na kwakwatena na na down for pie for the Schwab omo mienu na kwakwatena edan ni mu enti say enipa miensa na kwakwatena sa dan ni mu na fe o madwedwo mo feel good say sika ofie ye what I said enti Lamine Yamal enso ensam no na fie ne de onya atone kama Ruben Amorim na sanchofo bisa sanyame atomwa January Manchester United at top place ana also say de ebe din so betimi kasa Manchester United ebe top place na mom jonim say nyame atum edu January place ni bebre asta say eye complaints so munya boni bi mbo nti onim say Baomes nyame atum edu January place ni bi beba aka say omunya boni bi mbo nti ombeso mfi club mu ana say training is okay question na wu kekan de ma yambisa wasam Kobe Menu ono so ka hu bia na the situation no adan na my boy no embo ni bi o se Kobe Menu do betimi aka no say ye kan and Manchester United ewo Europa enka betimi rotate squad no we bo kakra no we abo kakra o se say one game every week you about one game into just imagine or say about na wait me rotate into as a Manchester United anyone me a season way or my year one no ko Europe send ye bear on so bet me a rotate squad no am obia enso so enemy etimi ache and I say okay look sure so do bet me can say boy look sure airborne no or Safata said the English national team look sure on so bet me ewremu bi nebom or say so no so ko benya nka look sure so bet na Manchester United now we recover am say coach o ka den wa say yam friend no also nyanka boy no ya ko international break on rest Ruben Amorim o pesa wo kire sen that was okay the way timia kan say leg na omobo no de ye ne ye pa no say Manchester United ever start winning games or say ade ba ko pesa o ye ne say onfa ho say ye Liverpool o say ye team ben no coach say de here no say e was Manchester United winning games na afei omutimi accorded the top of the Premier League esan say opesa the Manchester United echo back to Europe no so Nottingham Forest game no ebeye din papa you could see coach Ruben Amorim
care less about being up in front of Liverpool.
I think the fans might like
yeah, I know, but it's not my way of seeing things. I just want to win every game and to finish top of the league. I want to be in that position is to be the champions of Premier League, so I don't care about the moment in the table. This is going to be a very different game. The environment is going to be different. We struggle a little bit to play away. Every play that Nottingham do is going to be.
See, Ruben Amorim and so and someone also I can only say no or call Manchester United training grounds. What say Amorim or South or ye de Bono or hey, now Amorim says, I say, Bibia Ben this one. Mammy Falco training grounds. Let's see Ruben Amorim, boys name Bobono, or in Stratsomo, and not see much as a master. Boboni, yes, serious.
Put speed on the ball! Put speed on the ball! Yes! Good! Play! One minute! Bring the ball in! Guys, 2 minutes!
Ruben Amorim now what says or is transfer place no e kwa mo fa so M1 ball nti Amorim ball no e no gusu echeche place na kakra yanto so na fei memfa de also inform bro say MLS officially o me release clubs ni nyina wan e tua ne kakese officially way from the MLS so say a Lionel Andres Messi or just 17.6 million euros na way ne sponsorship and can way and salary or J from club from in fact club from Inter Miami see Lionel Messi at just 17.6 million afei the otoso mienu a humming song on also 9.6 million and a Sergio Busquets and also at just 7.5 million and no a sika MLS for no say clubs no etua edema players enso ho Cristiano Ronaldo for me kwasad Arabia na fe yamon komesan say el nasa for so guso and na no Kings Cup no omafrim nemom wodi woni chan league na nkasa de ten say 6 games a el nasa bono omawini 6 ni nyina so far omo 18 points El Hilal etoso mienu our 17 points El Hilal krano wabo one more game ahead of El Nasa inti cup game no enkoye nemom so far league games no Koye, Joao Felix, and who say Joao Felix was 9 goals. Saudi Arabia league, and Ronaldo crowd was 62 to say. And Yama Koye, also our league no more. Ain't it training na Echoguna, or we train to say, and Nigeria be Biao, Yamia Tumwa, weekendy, El Nasa, Ronaldo team. And El Faha and so Ebesia Kain and the training grounds on Yama and so Echagu and now Rafael Varane and so our Real Madrid training grounds. Ningina so call eco motivated players and Yamia to my Madrid and so and Valencia and Asia Kain Rafael Varane and so I don't know Matses and Yamia to my game no or no so Ebewa Senafi Waka supported players no Senna Lemans goalkeeper and so at Manchester United no so Matses and Kwafo say or no or your Peter Schmeichel or so Pamucho. O pamuchopa onye Schmeichel o say eya na nkofo bonaba so odamo ase nemom untimi nka so ye Schmeichel sa adan sesen debi o so pamuchopa onye Schmeichel ono afa no wapa oye ne nyama kakra into asramo sa comparison na de enya de betimi aboa no Brian Mbuemo Manchester United player of the month for October. Player of the month for October. Echo Edima Brian Mbuemo goal of the month for Manchester United. Harry Maguire and Ano goaler. One also against Liverpool no and penny for and so sago no. Yabaka say Cristiano Ronaldo and a PS Morgan interview no and check next week interview no because minimum Demetana say what him say interview say elastic 80 minutes 1 hour 20 minutes. Hey, and you jafo and some the obeka be papa ain't he trying say interview no and so ready De La Fuente Spanish national team head coach as Nyamia Duma Efiada and a Spanish national team call up no also at the list na baba Aaron Ramsey former Arsenal former for Danano and adubetu just okosia kan Mexico Pumas who him say wa terminating the contract essence so say ninje na dan enema Ramsey ninja o say na no ne kramaya ifa na halu wa yera krama na yera wa bohu de rose wa obenya sa krama ne dia mane bia 15,000 pounds or the chow wa ya obi amfi no inti ze se o se kronum not no na dan fo pa ne krama so ayera inti ne ninje nti wa ya sa mun terminate contract na akwa we o krama yera inti no utimi ko to krama foforo na kramaya oyira yetimi di 15,000 pounds eto no so say wa obenya sa krama ni baji sa sika no na krama no ene so ache o ayesa no o obi mfanye enam de obi kura de ayanam wa we da enti bwana se ahometi ase de wa bre we ja club no so ekọ for me call Barcelona for training grounds na go here yanko Barcelona training grounds kakra na go here niam no so ekọ so Barcelona training grounds ni nyina sa nyame adomu a game no be so Barcelona ni Elche enra na ya Marcus Rashford birthday into Urbano and a place no bro na kakra master omo we shi no mu wie rondos no course na no won him say training na course no na Thiago Alcantara and any place no aye rondos we bomber way no we are bomber way ain't boys then it looks like positivity and so far so good ain't Barcelona training grounds one yama and also echeku our television also na Halloween for no in fact for me na and as say is uncle foi abrofo no ma jade ne dia tubu brutal ain't place no omu nyina dom ho jim Casemiro na busuafo ho ana fom de ma me hade Casemiro na bonso no so wahwe ne de kama Haaland so ayebi Zlatan Ibrahimovic Robert Lewandowski Phil Foden inti ode mani chuchegua Zlatan no afa Lewandowski and the wife omu nyina posti pictures and so de banita na kinu no afa Robert Lewandowski so de no inti plus no and almost adom ho agim na make sense wonu nim say eno Erling Haaland hwade oyeyu na ono so parade ne ho na wa sha max bi omo ye fence omo ye makeup as a max bi and I ran adwo e Manchester krom wo otisi ho say obi ehu no into ba no hu na Haaland na asa ade no okay ba mi ko ho kakra hala nunu o na what this guy still no what CSC Manchester krom ho ni nyina no so ohunu amanfo
Our first victim is here.
And see, alone and Yamana Esu Echakono, Lami Yama Papa, Father Mammy, a senior man. Senior man, as they say, the maintenance say, on a girlfriend, say, into our enemy Yabasu. What I say, a senior man, or 40 years, girlfriend in number 23 years. A senior man. And you know, they want to say, possible, but enche, matter say announcements in Yaba, and tell me a mal, papa, on swing Yanidi, and Tinibani Yanidi, Manusu Yanidi, and Queen Kitwade, a yarnsa, into and also, it was a month ever, David Villa. And so former striker Dema Valencia Barcelona the Spanish national team and omuko bisa say one African players be brave na bobo na omo no mapopo and omo so now we have openings why no susu say omo great African players we show omo and omo bobo.
My time, I think Eto'o and Drogba, because they were strikers like me, was two amazing players in that moment in my period. You know, I never play with them. I play against them.
Well, I know, and someone also can only say currently says African best player, David Villa.
It's Mo Salah because he's talent. You know, has many good African players right now playing football, but. If you ask me about ones, I think Mo Salah is the most talented player.
Well, David Villa say Mohamed Salah and the most talented African player at the moment. And I'm Kobe sounds okay. Now Victor Osimhen so won the performance saying.
I saw the last year, no 2 years ago when I saw in Champions League game, Braga against Napoli in Portugal. And I realized in person that he's a really good player. So, you know, not just Osimhen, many good players, but I think the best.
See, I know, and some David Villa, I can't so say, what the Spanish national team, I will go so and now Elidi who say play be beat me about the sign one.
You know, when I start to play in the national team, the people said, "No, it's impossible to get the record of Raúl because 44 goals. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a lot." So and finally, I get it. You know, so one day arrived one boy that scored many goals and. You know, Lamin for his age.
Well, I know some David Villa and so on sports for and come on also across Manchester City for one basam. Nina say pressure starts eba say and someone to Abramovich and Chelsea no. Yenfa be and Manchester City pepe. Nina say and Tokwabi across Sudan and I'm for start accuse say UEFA for. In fact, UAE for na shishase na UAE so de ye kan now Manchester City penny Mansour ono and he says more as a vice president at my UAE say omo na shishase e ma say ye kunkum amanfo enso e wo Sudan UAE for say omo nka ho there be amanfo say there be mo ka ho enti say omo calling to investigation so omo hwehwem say no crash say UAE for na shishase bia they to Manchester City but they to Chelsea any Abramovich Abramovich na jene club every ni sem no yenje Manchester City enso so every free Mansour sem esan say Manchester City omuntimi ehwe amasa de ni ensim yenkukum amanfo enso e wo Sudan up to now UEFA for enso enyanya investigations dem on dem etene say UAE for na de almost say up to now do betimi aka e de che wiase ni nyina so obiani evidence bi a che so omo e na hyehyehye sansam no enso echi enti atwan pending investigations de be bia no e ba ye de ho asam de baba Manchester City for ho be kire omo ana well they be trying na unim sa enra eda military wife ana Militao say all done nyina sa o video no na owie na o de kira ne say ana wasan so post dia che wiase nya na o ka che say ana professional footballers no more da omo ye no more proper regime style bi omo for so eda eno ana ebua emo mususu etimi enya honden eda Militao say na say we nya honden na obo baller na on for ni siesta eni agokra.
E 10, o noivo, vou tirar uma sonequinha.
Não dava, velho, 10 minutos. Ô, moleque, quando começa, você foi dormir, cara.
E a noiva teve que ficar esperando. Não, esperei.
Começou a arrumar.
Você say football as girlfriends, né? O mulher no more harding with you. Enyo, é no video place, não me about beto abonti. When him say, "No, Vinicius Junior so girlfriend Virginia we there." Mummy no say no musi do de omudi do no too much. Na anajo no na here Virginia posti say Vini adawo ya Vini so yey odo ya uja for there Vini dem pemu a ne girl video ne dia bare onyane no sresre Vini
Vou cumprir. A faixa. Pode dormir tranquilo quando você... Gostou? Vamos jogar amanhã assim?
Com isso na cabeça não, né? Não.
Muito bom.
ti niamani bi ano no se nanka bia bigi adewie nwumre bi nanka obi video ne na dabonten na edi asamebo na Vini ani Virginia nsam na master nsam bia sorry wa Brazil nya sam ketwa de din kan wonim sa Virginia one ne ex boyfriend ntokwa say efie mansion mienu ntokwa dem we say efie ne ya media we so say efie ne ya media chese ensam na koso wo Ghana na em say ebi na esi wo Brazil no enti say ntokwa nya pai ewom na de matter say Vinicius Junior de o say Ghana mamienu Johnny Philippe ewo ye no Vini so we hwe nkwada ne nyina don be ko school e ma say ko Brazil a man e wo Brazil no oh Vini ya real man me say oh ya real man say obi a wo ne pa na wo Vinicius Junior wa che nkwada ne say wo be hwe omo e be hwe bibia child support school wo be hwe omo nyina e na man ma Vini fans say na me man ye nyina ye hwe so ne nsua Vinicius Junior bigi wo be sua say remember obi ensua Vinicius Junior esan say oba ye won say girl ne wo ma also be hwe ma ne nyina me kra de me tin say aside mienu na oni Philippe no san so ba akofofo baby o nti ma ne ye ba miensa Vini so be ne nyina odo chelasa Vini o he asebo nti ehwo amasam afa so Batista Virginia say abra na oni Philippe ewo ho no enyumo Philippe boy ye ni nyina no ono so deserve part of the royalties say aware yenya twam a ejapade ne se ye che into royalties so yo mbeche into asam ne de keka koi courts e na be kire courts e be papa nsem no mo into say asam no atokodo we kai we ni we so ka we na Philippe say he wo Virginia wo akwa nya Vinicius Junior nti fu se na Vini na amanfo ehelu adam me so se bi me ho tan na wonim sa Philippe so akwa for ba foforo Ana Castilla and wo post ni dia ba hwe wo uvisa wo mami broken heart Philippe ni Ana enya sam ketwa non post picture by we fini yonko anu no mo post na say Virginia wo hwe wo akwa for Vini me so nya foforo enti omumienu na da television no so no na say asam no eya asam we to money we no we so atra money we de metene sanyame adumu a January Conor Gallagher Manchester United ebeba wupunum Manchester United for Conor Gallagher na matesa ono emukura no nya obeba esan say so person ko World Cup no a Chelsea start say ball no bebo ball kura na Manchester United a eno kura be man higher chances Angelo Stilo de or your Stuttgart for defensive midfielder de metene say Christopher Vivel ono e na push say chin na mo kofa akura yi enso emra enti Vivel de nko benya enko mo kofa Stiller instead of Conor Gallagher ya train decision be bia de one some de baba Paul ba enra omuye training ono so akwa akopra na chese wenye ankle injury nya de obetime sia kan against Paris FC make up Paris FC nsam no wunim say okwa Paris FC omoso mpe Golo Kante onya Saudi Arabia not in for so bi eni so omra number 2 so enso e Paris was say wenyi enti the last time all free France wakwa na owo kan ya no be 2015 inti wakwa nanti bia eye on san so mra ne chi na fei on be to so enso enfa ema omo Marcus Rashford and run fie after training ne ma ene eja ne girlfriend mo kakra omo ye bibi enso edman ne birthday no na omo da na se e we she happy birthday edman Marcus Rashford.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Uncle Marcus. Happy birthday to you.
Well, no, and someone else appear few up. Victor Pereira, Wolverhampton Wanderers for coach master on the ball now so to enter kratie. Say papa said home mate. And yeah, also Obreu, also Sorano pa or Jane Wolves so sa. And as I say, Wolverhampton Wanderers games on my ball, about 9 games, 1 win in Kromunyebi. Wabo draw 2 elusu 7 or say obre inti amafo nya boche enye say bia onyen club no so or try so be find solutions me te say weekendi ankoya Eric ten Hag o ma start enemy di komo Kolo Toure so papa efrimu okọ Ivory Coast mate say wasan so return back alba no aba be adwuma e dey Manchester City Wesley Fofana Chelsea mu defender na mate say onu nko aye say o match na 9 times de bia or drive ya no coast speed one coast speed and we say we could nsemu no na ada nipa baako for baako 9 ada embanyi for say untimi ndi sebi nsem hunu sa enti na kopem in fact 2027 untimi and drive afei so 300 hours omra community service ya man capre da cross run pa on be twa dwuma de man na afi wa ba ba untimi ndi nsem untimi mo bi krom embe drive rough afi ye catch jai mako 9 times adai wonko awo giden we wiase enro so Frank Lampard amfa ni team Coventry unbeaten na no mo ye no enro Wrexham for 3-2 Frank Lampard ni so bri no say first half no hu say ade na emfa.
So we lose a game. I think that's the thing. This team has been extraordinary for 12 games to do what we do in the Championship. Not many can do it. And then today we were ordinary in our performance. Levels dropped a bit. We've had a challenging week because we've lost 3 out of the back 4. Part of our strength is trying to remain consistent, particularly at the back end of the pitch.
And when someone also about Mikel Arteta and Ochum says so prepare for games so see a best start game maybe and a game we are on the deal or say so no only anybody so on the deep na fei ase nani kumo gina park no so ase nani kumo kakra enti normally the oya no say ye bo game ni we a no we didi but see e be bo game and there be so be didi kura kit benye sa ahwedi ya na ne body no I weak.
Time, like you were saying, you're sort of too stressed.
I'm Spanish, and after a heavy food, a nice paella, I need a nap. so I can do that in the training ground, and I enjoy it when I'm able to do it, and it's one of the best moments.
I'll almost say, say, master, throwing now, what to Nana Mokofa will be towel, me a Jeffrey Munsem, no so no nimo, on him say to say insure, what I say, we could insult him, genome. Also on him say, adenta da wa no bia kofa na be pa ho a utimi gifri ni sem sa empanyifo me kire mrenu mu nkire no because throwing is ehia no
Both teams have to agree. Did you know that rule?
You cannot use somebody else's towel. No, I didn't know. It's somebody else's drink. I've done it as a player. You see a drink of the other doctor, nicked it, and have a drink and carry on. I don't know. I think we need clarity on that, what we can do, what we cannot do, and the time that we can consume as well on that. Probably.
Okay. Yeah. Fancy Emreno ko. Kwame dela. Minia ya monko megana for a show yetiu.
Eweku a lot of games na be koso nyame adoma ene ne nyame adoma echina so ye benya abuche ni etimi rewura sa games ni nyina mu. Na ma mensha ase mfem free England. Matches dodo na be koso England ne ene nyame adoma echina na mababi rewura Spain na mafa Germany kakra na de wo ho ni nyina na metimi ede aba. Mesha se ede free Burnley ne Arsenal a game no. Se o check bi e wo football mu sese a menya sure se obi bedi hu achi ne yese Burnley will be saying Arsenal. Say ye ka records, ye ka quality, ye ka current former. Bibie mu no Arsenal bobuku no osro. Esen Burnley team no. Enti kweku as it stands now. Se two teams we ba be sia kan ya. nipa dodoɔ na be target Arsenal say omo na huge favorite e was our game we mu by Burnley for say omo last 2 games no am omo some certain level of confidence on betimi ashoke Arsenal for because omo Burnley for omo last 2 games no omo Leeds United omo so akwa she Wolves and based on omo last 2 games results no menya no omenya some certain level of confidence bi omo de ba be face Arsenal bobuku no so most likely so betima ashoke Arsenal team no amena omo head coach Scott Parker edi nkomo na Scott Parker edi nkomo no osi ade ba akopa ebo team e friend say eye Burnley no omu home performance na omu fie ho no we team bia na oba ho a omu ye capable so betima show and no kra wom ni say this season e was tough more only Liverpool team no and team akwa she Burnley e was tough more and no pokra ne sa one win na Liverpool konya ye no obi o hwe game ni bia hu how our Liverpool for e cost of fire e was tough more and no ma consider just 2 goals e was tough more and ti say what the score Parker e kana e was tough more Burnley ankasa e fie no omu show say sa oni omu si akan a e de ne so be show mo e wo mu fie and adia e bo Burnley for e was tough more e wo mu fie no e flexibility say Burnley able feel what tough more untimi predict your style of play untimi predict lineup untimi predict system on the room because of flexibility na e ye omunya e what tough more no enti say we Arsenal emfa ho say Arsenal wo yase form emfa ho say Arsenal wo enough quality no say be den the man Arsenal so be predict Burnley for no because of flexibility na omobo e what tough more munya then omo defensive adaptation say omo bo ofia omo nim say omo team kese bi ahia e den so betima open up any side team nabo enti ade here Burnley for tie wo fie ne say unlike previous season at time you mu biem no this time around mu kosia team a onim ball na nkasa ball me try so be defend it no ma catch you on the break no ma try so betima prevent you from scoring a lot of goals editia Burnley that's the reason why Burnley this season wo fie no omo concede 2 goals and omo counter pressing enti ye no ma miensa Burnley e wo fie no omo dey hard teams na dwen eno ana papa defense score Parker esu be use against Arsenal by kwakunu kura wom ni say minim die ebesi e be ma Arsenal lose sa game we tactically minim die score Parker e was saying Arteta from 2 coaches no any obi approach no Arsenal every single aspect of the game Arsenal e was so bebre SM Burnley from the tactical aspect Arsenal e was so saying omo about the technical aspect Arsenal players nejeboa the omo ball ni ye no Burnley for ntimi mfa anya saade no so the technical ability of both sides no won say Arsenal for no so bebre say team friends say Burnley so watch the mental aspect say watch the month of October no etwem no obi ntimi say Arsenal on consider goals so we game mentally or your sound na dwemu do omo players the pressure eni omo so enti every single aspect of the game ni nyina e favor Arsenal boboku no so score Parker kasa Burnley for what 10th more omo ha adwen de but we gidi say game the baba wie no na Arsenal timi akwa akonya the 3 maximum point because bibi on football mu say no Arsenal e was so SM Burnley and me expect Arsenal say do omo ye in the month of October omo games omo boy no bi ntimi amfa bo anto omo team no playing against Burnley what 10th more no e away game me expect Arsenal win na Arsenal say keep a clean sheet so sa game no kwaku meko win e dey ama Arsenal ahead of a Burnley game na be ko so what 10th more ukopima Nottingham Forest at Nefie, no money Manchester United abo. Se ushe 2 sides here. Season in Kobebia. By Nottingham Forest for a use 3 different managers. Common sense ebechere will say. Ya born 9 games ewo Premier League. Nothing baku use 3 different managers. I chose a team no all struggle. Sankanyoma koye the man Nottingham Forest are. Omo use 3 different managers. And the assistants now. Club na efe ne Nottingham Forest na nkasa no omo obre and so what check omo 9 games omo bo in the Premier League omo win just 1 game which shows say team efe Nottingham Forest no omo form no enye so when they compare Manchester United there Manchester United in their last 3 games results no menya any omo performance no ama Manchester United for some certain level of confidence energy be say once omo last 3 games winning against Sunderland winning against Liverpool, winning against Brighton, no. So wins, no, any confidence, no menya no. And now when they compare Nottingham Forest form now, I'm Manchester United for GDB say this time around, on bet massa away, abo on preventing defeat even in a worst case scenario mpokra no on betima kwa akonya draw e Nottingham Forest fee enti se wo check two clubs now as it stands now meaning the padodo na be adwen say see a team a e wo so onya good results between Nottingham Forest and Manchester United boboku na e wo say Manchester United team no enkwaku ye say season ase no 3 managers are Nottingham Forest for you so no and Nuno Espirito Santo na obo back 4 no obo use 2 midfielders 3 up front now we use Chris Wood as the striker ana Postecoglou buy oba no bese sanioma kakra try say obebo 3 back ana you say Shondai so aba Shondai so buy no also so ara revert here obo 4 back ana use Douglas Luiz ana Elliot Anderson as the 2 central midfielders now about Danny Ndoye any abante friends Hudson Odoi e win so because say Chris Wood e injury ntino o use Igor Jesus as the number 1 and number 9 now about behind number 10 no Morgan Gibbs White say and no ana currently team friends Nottingham Forest for use and must study Shondai in the first game about the Nottingham Forest team no ni game no nyano concentrated our full backs almost central midfielders and our wingers. Current Nottingham Forest boboku no almost style of play no our full backs central midfielders and our wingers. The reason why I make us asem ni say so we check Shondai in the first game or boy ya anytime you may initiate attack no or try send the 2 central midfielders no ebe fill in as the first full backs and anytime you measure say some be build from the back be na some be build on attack no omo 2 midfielders no time bia no na koche echiro na allow omo full backs ne some be join the attack and anytime bia no abranti e friend say Eye Williams ana Eye Nicolo omo ye full backs right back left back respectively no omo join the attack no say omo vacate Eye right back ne left back wa Eye 2 central midfielders no ana koye the first full backs no na etimi allow wingers no Eye Ndoye ana Odoi so be move inside and it's how Manchester United when you Ruben Amorim the first thing you need to do men Nottingham Forest for full backs no enya sa opportunity be say Nottingham Forest for players operate or right back and left back ntimi ambo mani mpe one side almost style of play because right back and left back Nicolo mutimi bo mani ma eno na Emma Ndoye eno na Emma Odoi etimi move inside akwa kage abente fence Igor Jesus so the moment as our 2 fullbacks need to be no almost central midfielders need to me at as first fullbacks and to say almost system no so may expect to say Manchester United and Ruben Amorim be make sure say the fullbacks of a team of friends Nottingham Forest who give no so central midfielders need who give no so the wingers need who give no so what means to put 3 positions and I say 3 rows where what killing Nottingham Forest boboku no and the Nottingham Forest for omo biggest asset for mu use say and to me expect will be na Amorim so be sadie no then the second thing ukosia Nottingham Forest for men fa wa adwin kosi possession so because omo so ni ball ne bo but there was so dominate you no e say obo dominate you in attack no was dominate you in defense and the teams so much me ha Nottingham Forest na no e teams are omo dominate Nottingham Forest in attack no ma dominate you in defense because Nottingham for no kwaku this season omo you weak in attack and omo say you weak in defense the entire season of Premier League no Nottingham Forest was 5 goals no match omo ability to create and score any so and omo concede 17 goals in 9 games enti yebo boku a or concede and ontimi che goals so the Manchester United be here na say Manchester be dominate you both in attack and in defense not in possession so we dominate you possession now when ntimi and dominate you in attack any defense Nottingham Forest for betima ha Manchester United boboku no and recently when Manchester United abc Benjamin Sesko Kunya ana Mbwemu the level of understanding no improve in our last game in Pokrano sa nipa niensa na wo anim ho no obi a contribute ye Kunya shego Mbwemu shego Sesko ya assist so sa understanding between the main number 9 which is Benjamin Sesko the double number 10 no sa level of improvement no eba because of that consistency level omenya omo bo omo ho the more na mo bo no na mo tem ho ase it is Manchester United front 3 no omo tu omo ho ase then against the Manchester United shomo right wing back Amad Diallo and as a Dalon ababa left wing back omo contribution in terms of chances creation and tieno mpokra wo your story na when am adwen ba so say o check Manchester United players who create chances kesi pana unya Bruno Fernandes unya Amad Diallo wum unya Dalot wum o se nya Abrante Fense Mbeumo wum enti se Manchester United no front three no you will be o create that's Mbeumo ho or a right wing back in the shape of Amad Diallo who created the Manchester United almost saying a left wing back in the shape of Eye Dalot who created and almost a central midfielder in the shape of Bruno Fernandes or sa created. So Manchester United level of creativity no kosro. And so much as yes omunso goals no because adia ba kwa na eha Manchester United pani say ombe creative by na goals nimba. By say Manchester United as yes omunso goals no. And to nim say kwaku Premier League na abo 9 games no. Every single game averagely team and SG no say expected goals e was no e Liverpool 1.72 averagely. The next club e Manchester United 1.66. And Manchester United for last 3 games, no, almost a minimum of 2 goals. Obo against Sunderland or say 2. Obo Liverpool say 2. Obo Brighton or say 4. So Manchester United in their last 3 games, minimum of 2 goals. They need to be the 2 opponents, not him. The Manchester United be here say Manchester Ebe clinical and how I say defensively, omo performing no good for Manchester. So we defend here. One double number 10, no. Omo very instrumental. The Manchester United off the ball. Mbeumo unable as the right-sided number 10. Manchester Lusubo na Mbeumo no as a right-sided number 10 no. Obo protected the right wing back Amad Diallo. Now as I cover the right-sided number midfielder Casemiro. And today we say less pressure on Casemiro, less pressure on Amad Diallo. And at the left-sided number 10 Cunha. Also protecting the left wing back Dalot. And also Bruno Fernandes defensive cover. And the Manchester United team Nankasano defensively you need some certain level of improvement. The Manchester United be here game na no yese kwaku mentality omo be approaching omo 3 previous game no. That team spirit, that confidence, that organization omo last 3 games omo dey win no. Manchester United be here saade no. Se Manchester United nya saade na Manchester United be Nottingham Forest. In a worst case no obetima kwa akopeke a draw. So based on Manchester United current form make a win or draw e dey Manchester. Then to Chelsea, equal away to Spurs. Kwaku, and 2 clubs are a minimum who pay. Spurs and in Chelsea susun in Spurs. Because if it's in 1909, and a Chelsea in Spurs, a first game. 1909, and a first game. From 1909, Ebesine, a 179 games between these 2 clubs. Out of 179 games, no, say a league, a FA Cup, a League Cup, no, Chelsea, a winning Baku 81, Spurs, a winning Baku 55, and a draw PM, no, a 43. So 1909, a no, a clubs are not bomb who pay by the dominating Yonkopano, a Chelsea Bobukuno. So historically, between Chelsea and Spurs, they are dominating the Yonko Kesiano, Chelsea Boboku. Only history in the chain. Kwaku Beteke among recent performance. Nansen Spurs and Chelsea here a Taiko Himfa. And Kwaku himself from 2021, Ebesine. About 12 games. Spurs has said Chelsea one Bakope. From 2021, Ebesi Ene. Spurs ne Chelsea about 12 games. Spurs are winning back, Chelsea are winning 9, and a new about draw. So recently, in Pokrane, Chelsea started dominating Spurs. Me patron, you are giving me back also a hemfa. And Spurs a crew. Spurs and the home team. And the team we are able to fear. Who expected us to never dominating the opponent. But we could yes say. Now saying Chelsea saw Spurs fear. Chelsea could dominating Spurs. I was Spurs fear. So the last 6 games are cost between Chelsea and Spurs. I was Spurs and Casefie, no. Chelsea are winning 5, Spurs are winning back. And the Chelsea cost Spurs fear. Chelsea saw dominating Spurs bobuku no. And the game back records, history no, facts and figures nature say team back Chelsea China, Chelsea type bono enfa ho ne Chelsea form no. Spurs bobuku no. So all the records any history no e the Bema Chelsea say Osia Spurs are on so Spurs. Now be the current form of both clubs. League na yebono Spurs and Chelsea when na wa hoden when na so far the performance no was ro. And Kwaku say we check 9 games ayabo in the Premier League. Spurs abo 9 games we win 5 we draw 2 we lose 2 we shot 17 goals I conceded 7 I was 17 points at that third on the league log currently. Chelsea on the other side we won 9 games we win 4 we draw 2 we lose 3 we shot 12 goals we conceded 11 I was 14 points at that 9th. So o check obia performance our Premier League nim Spurs are slightly ahead of Chelsea based on the number of matches I have no any baby obiada any metrics na cause we Premier League nim a say Spurs for no so kakra and Chelsea based on 9 games I have so far enti enfa ho say Chelsea Asia Spurs are or say no this time around Spurs so apeke sa form na o ye Chelsea u ko Asia Spurs a untimi nka se bobia me Spurs nti automatically me ko twa for Spurs so e was Chelsea ye adwumaden and ye share season as no Spurs use a new manager in the shape of Thomas Frank and me no me nim say Thomas Frank one coacher na dream do Thomas Frank to game na say or you very knowledgeable tactically and it's all check team at Thomas Frank e ko se de ma Brentford da or my Brentford be one side da na ne say edene or bass person so far Thomas Frank in win who any masse and kwaku Thomas Frank e bass person no or 4 attacking approach or use e was Spurs go book nim o ye Chelsea fan na team ye de me be kan nyina be si o game nim Spurs equal Thomas Frank or attack here or 4 attacking approach de di kan I say obe try say obebo expansive football obe use no weight ni more and so weight no ayeni fullbacks and the wingers no mpacho eba ho ayeni fullbacks no and the wingers no and the side ne edeba Thomas Frank ne expansive football no obo no ayeni fullbacks and the wingers ne edeba omo be expand no their creative space the next thing up direct and vertical play entertain the either so be long and also be vertical passes. That's the second approach in terms of an attack no. The third thing say obe overload the opponent wins. The fourth thing so be use set pieces and kwakusani on for we ananyame adoma Spurs for be sia Chelsea afi de yenya abuchani mbiem yi kwaku the first thing from Thomas Frank or send a build up nasia 4-2-4. Anytime be a Thomas Frank and Spurs this season be some build up nase no ubo send a right back Pedro Porro ne left back Spence omo biem ko wings ne mo omo biem ko wide ne mo because omo try say on be expand the opponent on be creativity no not then the 2 central midfielders Bentancur and Paulinho are close and what we on Facebook ni TV say kwaku who say Spurs for every up 4-2-4. The right back and the left back no ma biem kese pa because omo try so be receive ball no ma be opponent ni team nim. That's the first step abu. The second thing you say on be try so be locate you full backs no. So anytime be a Spurs for ebejibo obia no the center backs ni goalkeeper and the first thing you so be locate omo full backs mpacho ko nim ba kuma me. So omo tie ball na was see a right back I was see a left back. So anytime be a Spurs ebejibo obia no apart from say Osase in the build up 4-2-4 no the next thing center back I was say Pedro Porro and answer we Spence I was say full back no the next thing I don't want to say omo 2 wingers no stay high on the pitch no more wide just to open opponent team so omo play from the back omo locate omo 2 full backs no then I was say wingers need stay wide no more be opponent team that's the third thing I do team na friend is personal. Then the last thing we make sure say omo direct and vertical play long ball me patch of his ade no so and you do ho omo direct and sa long balls no but me sa direct and sa long balls no we a vertical play no either so omo direct and say a vertical ball and the style of play is under Thomas Frank. The moment I was omo yes ade ne pe oho no mu create omo wide overload no after the wide overload no. And on the right side, Kudus, Pedro Porro, on the left side, so Spence, Xavi Simons, and to create overloads our wings, so time piano or expansive football. And ya be a who give him, and Sana Thomas Frank is in our time.
ball number do na o wings wo.
Enti o question of the day no, who be say how many be affect game now? Who say obi o steady Spurs team ni bia no, na do na ebo kukura yedin.
Yeah.
And the content and confirm kukura yedin say obeye ki wo game ye say Spurs for use wings more. Because omo overload the opponent in the wide area. And to prove further, we will prove further. This season, Spurs for us 17 goals. 17 goals for Marcelo. Emu 39% and I'm the left side. Emu 36% and I'm the right side. Omo from Finfiana.
There be.
And to him for no attack nefa.
Wings left no right.
So who could see Spurs the first thing you need to know. A team under Thomas Frank, omo effective wings so. And out
one was say Pedro Porro say what picking form pa.
After the one who be a free ban.
Yeah.
So we want the team be a fullbacks and a wide players perform here. And a team will use to some wide areas no.
And the Cucurella should be careful because Pedro Porro no kudus. Omo right pa.
Good. These are facts and figures. And out of almost 17 goals no kwaku me catch you say omo to be the set piece go. Almost 17 goals no almost 10 open play representing 59%. Set pieces almost 5 representing 29%. Counter attack almost the back representing 6%. On goal back representing 6%. Until your team open play to me the share, set piece to me the share, counter attack to me the share. So Enzo Maresca, the first thing you need to do, I was use a close pack defense. Football you can close pack defense and you approach who defend your players no you close to each other and you can say the close pack defense because okwa kosia Spurs obe try so obe build team nim so who allows Spurs many build team nim obe how so the only thing Chelsea need to do I also use the close pack defense omo arrange omo to the extent say omo easy say bet me build team nim. That's the first thing I'm expecting from Chelsea. And to get the close pack defense I was say o midfielders no time you are close to the back line. I was say the forward line area say omo press higher. I was so very close to the midfielders. And the first line of defense be any more front three no. I was so close to the midfielders. The second line of defense your midfielders. I was so close to your back four no. And the time you Chelsea be arrange omo ho a omo very close pack and dense space be biom. Initially na me catch us space for overload your wing so e ma akra na wo ka say and you kukura ya munu kukura ya pressure beba no to because na Pedro Porro befa na Kudus ebefa and to say obi creating overload akwaku football in the say who creating overloader musu me creating burden channel say who creating overload on me a was musu me creating a channel also be bre and you can a burden channel no and the moment I will say Spurs creating sa overload no who expected Chelsea to be creating burden channel and to kukura ya ho no enkoye kukura ya Antoine was so to defend against Kudus.
I want nan kan pesa me ba ho because as I say you say Chelsea defend ya wuntimi nya adwuma nko ama kukurela.
Good.
Inti are you going for an offensive left winger na say obekọ for a defensive left winger?
Eyenuma mienu.
Okay.
Se coach na Enzo Maresca decide say on my pressure on pressure beba kukura ya so and Amalu Gusto obebo right back and obi obebo right back na or two options either say obe press opponent ni full back say nya emba na bebre.
Okay.
And to bet me use the wide forward ni say omom ana enye the first point in terms of defense. So say Chelsea bet me decide say any obema ni forward for na press opponent ni full back say omom ntimi mba bebre be overload the full backs no and as say obe allow opponent na mama bakra na e was then Chelsea wingers no etim be support full backs no. Okay. So it's up to Enzo Maresca and idea ba kwa Enzo Maresca me pen asem ne kwaku o pay attention to details. Coach ba kwa wo kosia opponent a onya abutire ready opponent pa no papa friend say Enzo Maresca and idea ba kwa was Chelsea for protect no crosses Spurs for a lot of crosses onim so far open play crosses o ma 30 me nyine
and again crosses a free fan eba
wings enti me mo nya o sa crosses no then Mohamed Kudus e beba ni free roll and you can say freedom with purpose yama free roll by making sure say oje ball ni bia o de be bibi enti Kudus wa check Spurs boboko na otimi move into every channel and adia Thomas Frank edi Kudus ye na say o de me set trap and am say Kudus je ball na ne ho den obetuma twetwe nipa be 2-3 no udi agwa oba committee with 2 players of Mohamed Kudus na creating space e dey ma eye ni teammates no so eye game ba kwa kwaku metimi de menses wu aka cho say wo se Chelsea defend very well Chelsea benya the 3 points on lose game no ene game na be koso no enye Chelsea okwa attack na be ma Chelsea win you eye Chelsea be defend very well and be ma Chelsea timi nya the needed results se Chelsea timi defend very well no mutimi stop Spurs Chelsea be kwa we akwa konya the needed points se Chelsea create Chelsea she goals there any problem for ma Chelsea the here say Chelsea bet me defend very well Liverpool for a ball Aston Villa pressure on Liverpool team no because recent performance and recent results no enkoye the collective play of Liverpool team no yen say that the individual performance yen say be omu key players say Mohamed Salah and the guys no say the initial na me catch no akwa koye Soboslai na hu say wa peke eye ekitiki and wetimi apeke playing against Aston Villa kwaku Liverpool be here sa win way because the next 2 games that Liverpool for him no heading against Real Madrid and against Manchester City so Liverpool for be here sa win way now metimi sa they build some momentum no and they build that confidence no facing Real Madrid our midweek in the UEFA Champions League then the weekend against Manchester City by problem here say Aston Villa for so stubborn side kakra enkwaku nim de una emriye oyusu ade kan say the magic square no the last time you say a coach used to be any team be used to be play effective pa no was in 1994 World Cup Brazil kwa akwaje no omu yusu magic square 4-2-2-2 enti se ukosia Aston Villa bia na kwaku the first thing ubomu ni say ubomu Onana ne Kamara say 10 bia no in the central midfield under from a 2 our defensive line in him. Omani what you know, wingers now can also provide weight no. Omo move back inside. SRB from 2 in front of omo 2 deep central midfielders no. Ana dia obo as a number 10. Ya branch defense Morgan Rogers no. Obeko ne nim no akwa Oli Watkins so. Ene can say 4-2-2-2 magic square. Eno ana Aston Villa for use. So Liverpool for betime win game na. I was Liverpool for dominating the central midfield area. How una emene Aston Villa bo mo no kwaku se Liverpool front me and dominate omo mfinfia on the Liverpool team no because omo bo no bo ni na kwaku has so many your attention ehin for na Aston Villa mo action zone work ese pa
middle
ho na yesen
41%
enti wo check omo action zone che baby atim ni tai di omo dwuma omo operate kese pa enti the entire season Aston Villa for baby omo pagine di omo dwuma kese pa no eye mfimfin 41%. So in this case, say Liverpool for bet many good results are how Liverpool for ebe dominate Aston Villa for our the central midfield area. So a game back already Soboslai our form. Me expect McAllister so benya day. Gravenberch every injury but so be sure say me expect so benya day. Say Florian Wirtz na bebo so me expect say Liverpool for etimi dominate omo mfimfin then Liverpool for bet many good results over here. And any problem no. But maybe you do na wase Liverpool ye. Enti me mba say or say be lose and or be draw against Aston Villa and ko Liverpool team no. Enti also minya results no. Ma member boss Spain dey no so na big so mbra. Real Madrid ne Valencia dey kwaku. Say wo say Barcelona confidence or camp no was so, motivation was so, team spirit was so. Playing against Valencia me expect Real Madrid say on be here to get the 3 maximum points because Valencia and Ankasa this season kwaku out of 10 games ever the Spanish Premier La Liga we're winning 2 or the 18th on the league log and never boko form and on my way performance very poor out of 15 points were away Valencia just 2 Real Madrid will fear the 5 games are will fear and we're winning na enti venue back Valencia ko ho Eden so back no Valencia ebo a flat 4-4-2 now we ja Danjuma and Lucas Beltran nim ho no ma ko direct the Real Madrid for be here na say omo leave these places metro because opponent no ebe direct e dey akwa koma Danjuma that power Beltran that power when leave this place we chiro now we control game now Real Madrid bet menya the 3 maximum points Militao form no e was through or the calmness any leadership be e dey about Real Madrid the chiro oba benya Dinhausen as the center back of progressive one the Real Madrid in terms of a build up phase no oba benya branch friends Alvaro Carreras on the left side attack or effective defensive or effective say cast a Tchouaméni your form or protect zone 14 or protect Real Madrid for back line oba benya ada gule the combination the connection with the front line so koyi most especially with Mbappe say oba benya Vinicius Junior or try so be picking form the yan say obe ni behavior ni be good e game ni then oba benya Brante friend say Jude Bellingham obe crash boss no so me expect a win for Real Madrid. Barcelona ni LTD kwaku me say kebi last week me kai oye Barcelona fana the situation of Hansi Flick and Barcelona men expect Barcelona when they was so chassis it shouldn't be the focus attention in any say when the best chassis dem Barcelona see a bit dominate opponent and say dominate kwaku ni mani here football mu pa say o go liga emunemu ye den de mawa how are them managing results na still na u chase competition no e very important enti enfa wo se nyoma ye den dia match my friends Barcelona no the yan is obenya results na still na u chase Real Madrid by se nyoma mu ye den na unya results na o tiba form so say focus ni yan ye say e wo se Barcelona tinya results na against Elche so far Elche for nkwa mo mfe ba li ato omo da ba 9th or so e league log ne so and omo 5 back so definitely 5 back number bono on the try say on the stay o match no ma try so be beat Barcelona for high line no say Barcelona a pressing game any so pressing game any so na opponent a be too high line the most important thing you say crabo on check no lusubo no lusubo ni be opponent no e be too high line no me expect a win for Barcelona enye kwan na be chance enye style be na Barcelona be bo eye kwan be so na Barcelona be fa so win game no Barcelona LT a win for Barcelona Bayern and Leverkusen so Bayern form mu kwaku meko win e dia ma Bayern bobuku no
nya nshira okwame ya to so big ya nantie
kwaku Liverpool bo Aston Villa na one gamer Liverpool is in a very difficult moment but adia ba kwa minim wo wiase na me hu say difficult moments should bring out the best in men. Difficult moments should always bring out the best in men. Emre mu oden, emre mu nyano. Sa brane na isese nipa wotenase. Now reflecting on everything, now taking the right decision and the right step, and I said the next step no should be the right one ebe bwana asesa niema di amao. Inti emfa won se niema nko yiem fa Liverpool no. Emfa won se moya din di ama Liverpool no. This is the time a Liverpool coach any players and ebe tenase no ma take a decision ebe bwa. But the big question is, football is a sport that you are competing with other people. You only be in a park and so on. Only better na say ashe. Say for almost the moment, first Sanyema na that is a no. It's in as much obepe, so be taking the right decision na Nema say sama no. O kwa kuchia nkofo almost to feel say they have to take the right decision almost Nema na ekoye de mo no. Etwa na ekoye de mo sa. You look at the two coaches. In moments like this, coaches play a key role. And Slaughter Juma, yes, Mijitum, winning the Dutch era division. Waba Premier League, my first season as a coach. Now Baba Beji the English Premier League, a trophy heading, so bit me aje. No Baba Beji in our first season. Ni padodo na Baba Nyajidi will mu. Say Papa na bono ho modern. E no crepa. But he's facing a manager. And also so much experience in a difficult moment for Coach FNS Anslot. He's won the Europa Cup. He's won it with BRL. He's won it with Sevilla 3 times. This is the kind of manager. He's won league of France with Paris Saint-Germain. Any other trophies. When it comes to experience, any trophy win is there. He's there. It's in a moment like this, a more day now. Now we share such a manager, no, a very difficult. It's about the tactical game, the managerial superiority there. I feel the coach I friend say Unai Emery, I was through the chain and slot. But Liverpool ne be fie, and in 24 come and any day crampona kwa kune nyili fie. It has a Liverpool ye do be bia. The game no so ya day pa and say you are going to look at the name Liverpool. A do no and no. But performance this time around and after this season, and more Aston Villa at the end so. Make away because Liverpool the 7th position on the league log. 7th now Liverpool down over 15 points. Aston Villa are 8th on the league log. 8th now Aston Villa down only over 15 points. It's two teams are in terms of name Liverpool also, but in terms of performance recently, or in this season's league able no England no omo nyina ya at par performance na ye pe enti ultimi nyina bibi so emfa nyi Liverpool emfa nyi Aston Villa boboko no debi but rather there are things that Aston Villa won and also ono nya ebema ono nya confidence to go into this game against Liverpool. One, Liverpool performance nye. The last 4 matches Liverpool has played in the Premier League, Liverpool are losing in we're losing to Crystal Palace, we're losing to Manchester United, we're losing to Chelsea, and we're losing to Brentford. It is psychologically Liverpool boko na nkasa players are down. Liverpool boko no players are down. So who extended no competitions domestically? The last game they played in the ESL and it's almost signed Lucia. 85 games in England on the row, on the trot. Liverpool loses our games in England. But Aston Villa now no kwa she and sign and near City mano. Psychologically Aston Villa was so because Liverpool losing the last 4 matches in the Premier League. Aston Villa also winning the last 4 matches in the Premier League. Washing na it will lose you there no. Only share there. It is psychologically we form no. Some players no know the other part. And also opposing team no, they have that confidence to play this game because match bi anona bobi abra wo lose no onona sheni na. And it is not just by fluke. We team to say Tottenham akwaku the kind of form we won this season. League aye bomb na that third. The last game Aston Villa boy or boy against Tottenham or Tottenham home kwako sheni 2-1. It is not as if say a side be a team so mo yanke to Premier League no and our show mo keke debi. Within that 4 matches run, our winning no. We share team this season the more was to change Liverpool there. It's the confidence, any momentum. I gather the couple games no. Omo there no was to change Liverpool there no. Ura game ni mo. Adia ba ko Liverpool for seasons now. Nobody two omo the boasty pa. The partnership in the Liverpool defense. Almost 4, no, almost 5. Virgil van Dijk, any Konate. This has been some sort of partnership over the years from Jurgen Klopp time. So strong. I build the Bababesi and slot first season of the English Premier League. But this time around, this season, the performance of the central defenders of Liverpool has been poor. Series of mistakes. And how they leaking goals. Liverpool attack into goals, and the defense is strong. And the defense is that kind of defense. And stopping other teams and also opposing teams from scoring. Me sure by this time Liverpool in come yedi. So you see a lot of matches and this are common. Debbie. But attack no function no. Defensive setup na is strong. No Liverpool team no buying. Among concede goals no. And also so weak. This season so far matches are in the Premier League. Liverpool attack now and actually 16 goals. Defense now concede 14 goals. The Liverpool defense now nobody boasty omo. So omo defense is strong. Konate ne Virgil van Dijk. Omo jinamwa oye de untimi nkonkoshe. That partnership solidity and we actually one na both team no buy no. This season so far matches are in the Premier League no 16 goals at Liverpool actually omo concede 14. So that power is broken at the back of the Liverpool team. But advantage of Liverpool Benyana say, and for only ball Aston Villa and also elbow. Koku the attack on number 9. Only Watkins. So last 2 seasons, the consistency watching the Premier League, the frequency rate when it comes to goal scoring, I was automatic defense. This season, 9 matches in the Premier League, only Watkins was just 1 goal. It's in as much say Liverpool defense in the week no striker no mokwa shano to more mon konkan ebia no na kwa advantage and you Liverpool but you have other players on the flank to contend with obi to say John McGinn quality player one of the most consistent wingers in the Premier League. It is a number 9 in Juma. There are other players who are strong and the Liverpool being the performance, the A game of Gravenberch, and whoever he plays with in midfield. I am saying this because Aston Villa has a beast in their midfield. Yibubaka Kamara facing chain, Andre Onana, that's Belgian midfielder. He is a quality and a top-notch midfielder. Open one of the midfielders in the Premier League. Almost everything a midfielder should have. Andre Onana, the performance, the movement, the defensive abilities. Quite of us to intercept the balls, stop it, and my pressure ma Aston Villa bobo cool so no. O come doso obo musadi no. Pep Guardiola Manchester City, the last time they played Aston Villa, he was the man who control game when things were stopping Manchester City midfielders no. After that game, and a Pep Guardiola ni ban also. So Rodri team ya fit mebo games are only another defensive midfielder. Ah obo and yes sir. O share midfielders so more tough. That is Andre Onana mu be diamano. It will go share such a player. It's a so midfielder be adding a game about on board. No one will support anybody. It's Liverpool being here Gravenberch. So no person be succeeding in such a game. Na niama ko ye dia mo. For the forward line players, the performance has been poor. Mohamed Salah this season niama ko ye mfa Masala. Cody Gakpo. The inconsistencies are also so a bit of a problem. And you are going to face a defense that is very strong. Anthony Cole's performance. Tyrone Mings. These are quality centre backs. Forget it. So body man Aston Villa. The performance has been good. The performance has been super. On the right back, no, on the left back, Lucas Dini, experienced player. Matty Cash on the other hand. It's who she has such a defense. Now I'm bringing up a gamer, a bad game to Liverpool. Player this season in the attack, what flourish Liverpool has been Hugo Ekitike. And I'm expecting to be back to the party. No, saving the day the Liverpool. Looking at the performance of the Liverpool team in recent times, Premier League, the inconsistency in their game, and the kind of form Aston Villa are picking the last 4 matches. A better day the amount and found Liverpool here points, not points. Liverpool home necessary original. I feel that Aston Villa has the upper hand over Liverpool. The only idea Liverpool war. Home. That is the only advantage they have. But aside that, in terms of performance, team play, everything goes Aston Villa's way. And I believe, sir, with a little effort, they might be carrying the day. I'll go for a double chance for Aston Villa, possibly a 2-1 win for Aston Villa in today's encounter. Kwaku Chelsea in Tottenham, a one gamer, a bad day, and both sides. Recent times, statistically. And you man call him from Tottenham Bobokono whenever they are meeting Chelsea. That is very true. But if you are meeting the Tottenham side, you are among the top 4 teams in the Premier League. In fact, only that third Premier League anymore. You should know, say, for only previous meetings, the motivation is different this time around. All about home or the other third, clearly. It may inform the players and the technical team say. Sadia na da hono mutsa na say ye share Chelsea and man ko yim fama yen ye share Chelsea na mo share yen no e bre ni dey see this is Sanya man because this is the time you want that kind of form. We are in the right shape of mind. I bet media facing anything mentally near me omabo. The Chelsea team is very strong, that is true. But Omo coach Enzo Maresca told that certain changes certain selections are e breaking the Chelsea team and we are the best from Chelsea. You share season national. There were times to take certain decisions, but people didn't talk because now change Krampo and also take a decision now results on the back. But the last game they played, certain changes selection affected Chelsea team no. And then so when William Estival were bench. I mean, say in the absence of Cole Palmer, he's a perfect number 10 for the Chelsea team. McGee has been a force anymore as a number 9. That is very true. But McGee still is a young player. I thought that the performance of our Chelsea team and for who say our qualities and I thought that a questionable kaka. It is all Jao Pedro. I'll bet me a Gina and Muhammad. No, I see a kind of Chelsea. The main game is already Chelsea. Jao Pedro number 10. Now the William Estival at a bench. I thought that who was a coach in your mistake. Only Jao Pedro made 10 no. Now Estival a number 9 no. Now Estival to bench. Now you should be to say Andre Santos and I did about the number 10 position. When you have a player you're very effective in the number 10 position in the shape of William Estival, may expect the coach to say the own yes are mistaken because the Tottenham midfield only easy. Could big game be a Tottenham about this season. One of the players we less talked about, but we're very effective in field Tottenham and Jao Paulinho. In almost every big game for Tottenham, he's been that defensive plug. I'll make sure so they control the game in the Tottenham Bobo. At the SSA defensive midfielder will be the clear case was the game against Manchester City when Tottenham was winning. And the first game Tottenham Look at the commanding performance of that do in Finfield. It work, I said, yes, I'm about to me about my name on kind amount. But the creative spark of the Chelsea team shouldn't be given to just anybody. If I say just anybody, I'm not disrespecting any Chelsea player. But may come away because say, only position any positioner, you have weakened the Chelsea team. It's Estival he should start for Chelsea because the little opportunities that Kodana will prove it. So we'll call it to a bit of Chelsea.
Bonanote any position.
Yes, but Bonanote performance in do Estival.
So who prefer say Estival and board 10
on one necessary board the number 10 de match Chelsea. And then one player also actually so that the right wing will perform well. Pedro Neto. Give him the right wing position. Never Garnacho Gina the left wing. And after getting his performance or 9 in the last game, So start your Chelsea in that position and you're back.
So according to one
because the right back position for Tottenham is an attacking channel.
Exactly.
Pedro Poro position,
Yeah.
And to back more often, it will play your pace to start getting in that position now. Anytime he moves out of his line, it's an advantage for Chelsea.
What about Sir Garnacho Giddens and Koma Awuki off the ball way? Because you are looking at on the ball. So Omusu defend how good no more because they need to help Kukurela.
Defensively, they are not good.
And I
didn't expect to say coach in the and I say the left centre back for Chelsea and say Koko ball Kukurela anytime he moves out.
Now why wouldn't say Chelsea centre back? Why wouldn't so more double jobs are
of course
they are creating problems for them.
Sa position no. The left wing no. None of them and they are supportive when it comes to the defensive duties. Garnacho, I don't want to use the word is a lazy player, but Sergio on your one report and the boss are flank. Get into so more offensive.
Also, they are not coaching prefers Obebo Neto de no.
Because Neto so no kwaku. But Neto sa position now but if you watch him, you could see his struggles
on the ball of Brett.
Yes,
exactly.
About the right winger, or you're very effective. It is a Chelsea per results they are. As I say, coach in set up in the team in a way say, Obe putting the players are in the right positions. Now, boy players, Tottenham is not going to just give in. They're going to give Chelsea that kind of fight. Chelsea being here. Now Chelsea sure when we say yes, one more run for your money. Chelsea should focus on Mohamed Kudus and Richarlison. Kudus numbers and any assists hasn't been bad. 1 goal, 4 assists in the Premier League this season. Richarlison has 3 goals and then 2 assists. These have been the plugs Ameka say in terms of offensive duties, almost supporting a Tottenham Bobo Kone power. More attention comes from the software if they need the results. Aside these things, coach set up no putting the players in the right positions. May Chelsea losing, possibly a double chance for the Chelsea team. And for who, so Tottenham and a team on only both here. Manchester United and then Nottingham Forest. This is the best time a Manchester United with me are winning the 4th game in a row in Premier League season. Yes.
Nottingham under Ange Postecoglou.
Yes, it is under Sean Dyche.
Okay,
that is very true. Sean Dyche last game our boy, and I said the first game he played in the Premier League. Olusi, the first game in charge of Nottingham Forest Bobo or winning that was against FC Porto. Nottingham and our boy Europa Nibi. Efie or tell if you manage and Babesheno. Now a lot of people felt say a big team like FC Porto there, and all about we a year Nottingham Bobo Kono. But Sean Dyche here, Juma Momutime winning 2-0. That is very true. But the next game in the Premier League was against Bournemouth. Reality dawned on them. And the M found in the first game. Otime winning, the Premier League performance now it continued in the game they played against Bournemouth. Bournemouth has been one of the best teams in the Premier League. If we last season ever. Until you see against them, fear and Kenya problem. But Manchester United are picking the right moment, the right spark. Team confidence very high. They have gathered the right momentum. Could you imagine doing something you've never been able to do for close to 2 years? Manchester United had never won 2 consecutive Premier League games for close to 2 years. Finally, what about the winning 2 consecutive Premier League games? And so or the third one at the either way, at the account. One of the bitterest rivals, Premier League, in that run, our Dinas are 3 consecutive wins in the Premier League. So at this stage, you have that right mentality to face any team on any Kwakwakobo. and until I make us say this is the right time at Manchester United. Everything we are about Tottenham Mobile no one results. Sean Dyche is a coach who is defensive minded. Sean Dyche, Obi Onimini Bia, from the days at Burnley, ever for Everton Mobile Kuna Juma Bia Wayebia, he's a defensive minded coach. And Manchester United being that team are offensively, possessively. Juma Park, so they can pass around. The United team is not like United team who maybe a champ. They be almost controlling games, attacking teams. It will defend. They are going to come attacking. Fortunately for Manchester United, team not only the brightest spark for the team last season. I am not who powers the attack, especially their number 9, Chris Wood, scoring 20 Premier League goals last season. Assisting 3 times, but this season, performance of Chris Wood has been poor. Very, very, very poor performance. And a player another Dynedy. I was talking about Boku. Only me one more. Nipa beba babe jirem. No watimi abodi amano no. Ono so ba ontimi she. Taiwa woni. Ono so niema nko yem fam mano against Chelsea. He had a lot of opportunities in the first half, but he blew all of them away. It's only that clinical into the attack. Of a young I bet me why the Manchester United defense has been problematic. Omo midfield, Omo creative, Gibbs White hasn't been that creative player. And I mean the previous seasons. It's the poor performance of individual players in the team. It affected the entire performance of the team. One player Manchester United should be cautious with Ibrahim Sangare. The partnership with Douglas Luiz, one combative midfielder. It told me we come more, and you might gain the midfield be on Mushanibia. But so I have Manchester United midfield now. Nipa na United and dinosaur. So I picked the right from Obetimia board defensively has been Casemiro based on performance and experience. No, he said that near the start of the season. But in the last 3 games or so, Manchester United Abono, he's been one of the best players for Manchester United. Bobo Kono. It's Ubenya GDA. So Obetimia control the midfield any game. No, the tempo of the game and everything for Manchester United. No, adding the defensive duties. And so they are Matimo, Benjamin Sesko, Mbromo, Cunha. Also, so now into me go no. It's the Manchester United team in every aspect of the game on the field of play has gathered that right mentality to play against Nottingham Forest. And me feel say so bet me no games like this and as I say holding points. Now the building if face team be as I face in the Premier League and the Nottingham Forest game, it's not going to be easy, especially say but I feel say the Manchester United team, as I said earlier, has gathered the right momentum with the right mindset at this moment. And a bad team to say Nottingham Forest ever stopping Manchester United, possibly a 2-1 win for Manchester United. Kwaku.
But you made us see was when some no do super na mamincha guys are more hot springs ewo Ashtown. Yes, Danny Dabiano omu emfasho no India grow hot springs ewo Ashtown. Afi Jaco ya yefia Jaco so always ohima adoma oko school, in fact ohima adoma ajiman eko school ewo Sabarima Educational Complex inti ohima adoma ajiman happy birthday. Afei birthday so can't take out check it and also so mami and I mean fan also so fan tour na emom ye twan eno no me saw the shop jedi say Jesse sahodo say Jesse bia wo pe bia the shop jedi wo pe proper jeans wo pe tops sahodo sneakers sahodo the shop jedi madaroma so we say Jesse sa shop jedi proper ones, original ones. For number way, Fred name fantadi be emfa emro 0248 890 104 0248 890 104. No Fred ni anyway dijuma. Tony Montana El Kesbin. Tony Montana say always say Laurentia or nyancha say okay inti in fact me am body Tony let's say always say big impact Who will be one and young corner?
No offer, Uncle Sam, and then the Mammy Fua.
Rice, I need the Uncle Sam.
Me patrol. Okay. And your person, but also the Uncle Sam. No offer, and then the year Mammy Fua, or more complex, a pisca. And then a young million in our birthday, Mr. and Mrs. Sam, idiom birthday, and see, Mano, Daniel, and Aketwanubia. I see a wish you.
Okay.
Special happy birthday.
Mammy will say Telly Junior. Anchorful Nursing School and your birthday from Ima Ewejimo. My brother, happy birthday. I'm off. Mo course susu ho.
Okay, into the baby and say
who some crass so habats.
Was still the microphone is here.
Power.
English here nim to the can.
Power.
Children in gym for the
Francas so ha.
Yes, fabulous.
Kotoko
Sunday.
Nti yes ye be sa be dim komo na mi sam no so doso pa.
Examine the asan kakre ya na why.
Na ye wo ba ku bi susu ho.
Ta.
O de ma me bo mi course
ni na.
DW1 D9B, 33C5. BW1 D9B 33C5. Quote number 2. BW1 D9B 733A. BW1 D9B 733A. Quote number 3. BW1 D9C 3DCF. BW1 D9C 3DCF. Code number 4. BW1 D9C 5C06. BW1 D9C 5C06. Code number 5. BW1 D9C 7748. BW1 D9C 7748. Code number 6. BW1 D9D 8196. BW1 D9D 8196. Try picture, try screenshots na also ekocho bi weekendi bibia be fine. Yempe kakra emfan to yebotom.
Sure.
I'm off. I crado. Wadan for no filling station or ho. Wadan for Babina no wadan for. I don't make I walk here beginning. Na can't ma walk here beginning. Also we am was say. Macho. Also we am was so.
Esi studio ben.
Inti beginner be
na mama. Afi no we pen for ben o mo kan e no kre pa.
E just enye na
asemi o pa. Obi te fa ho a. We sha ade na o tu say we there.
We the kan.
So see the kind.
Do you dey shawin?
We there. Me modi. O da nya hwe. Say e doko.
Usu so obi the kan.
Yeah doko.
Ba usu so
obi the kan.
Yeah chucha sa don je ye mam ye chucha ko. Say ye chucha.
Nti ye doko.
O te ha.
Amwa.
O te ha. Oh my exclusive about me.
Okay. Madam drop for like say na wo.
Dabe.
Enyo wo say we fi. Na ni nye wa say hada bukai.
Yeah. But all had had no problem.
Me nim no kra. I me nim anything about the other. Gogu mama fa eye visem no emfambra.
Bra it. I'm off
Gogu. Well, you shall see the free the Ghana Premier League, of course. You remo ewa week 8 no enra one game. And so to me baso ewa nana fosu jiabo park ewa and a Bechem United and so in Nations FC obia entimi amfa ball Anthony Yonkwa tenemu ewa no make out say and the games no ebe twaso na se ne besi akọ ade a United and so ebo Mediama Sporting Club ibacho free 30 and asa game na eba so live on TV3 and afi Onua TV nti ya na wa hye so nyame yarma Sunday games no twaso wo Swedro All Blacks and so etenafie na omone Heart of Lions abo Bekum Chelsea ebo Vision FC and afi Bebiani Gold Stars ebo Young Apostles Dreams FC etnefie no ne Samates abo ena fe odo ni chemo Baseke Holy Stars nso a momo etnefie no me House of Folk enso abo ene ye do china no miensa anasa game ne ba so wo last game enu so betia to dwa no Kumasi Asante Kotoko wo mo ne Karela United ene bo ne patro hye so say game no 3:30 no miensa bopemu a ena Kotoko game no eno so eba so no Monday one game eba so 11 Wonders ebo Adriana Stars ene one game ebetua to dwa ne mo mamenka wo say nyame ya adoma Sunday next week Sunday Kotoko ne has aja ewa Accra Sports Stadium ha so betena fie no ne Asante Kroko enso abontimidi kan ate ho de ama say nyame ya adoma ochina week no Kotoko ne has ena Asia ewa Accra Sports Stadium ene de tene no na yenwura ensem no na afie yemfa kakra emfem wo no na enu akopie mo Emmanuel Aban ewa Bechem United ene ne Nations FC boy ne chance bia Emmanuel Aban ese no enyese ene abrante ne boy ne to atenemu dia anka asemfufuro esi wei ena we no screen so no baby obo na de fire no balloon boy no na se boy ne number bi kura goalkeeper na nimu wa ena Emmanuel Aban oboy na boy ne number bi kura na meno kasede tene se enra Bechem United abrante fan Frank Amankwa after say game no enso eba na we na say Bechem ukomu fio enkoye kura ena ne Frank Amankwa ya tuja say ojide say season e den na womo ebeka top 4 no yentie eye Emmanuel Frank Amankwa
ansene so mo franchise say ne win number yenim sa chia imu womo koso afan kwai bon title nechi na menim say me kwa beba because season afani asha say almost 8 matches me abo nya win no be wo ha no bet ye best from say omo franchise ne dey say win number menim say season no prayer the Team United dey about top 4 with dominance.
Well, of course, minim say season in kone we dey about top 4 yewura mu ewo Emmanuel Ano wono enso player dema ne Nations FC also mo kwase nka mo akopɛ 3 points na nenso ankone sane mom ojide say 1 point on be side abakumasi.
Yeah, we thank God for the game. Honestly, we wanted a win, but we getting draw here. We will take it, and then it's good because this is the first time we getting a point here. So, yeah, we are good with the 1 point. Though we wanted all the 3 points, but we are good. We're able to get 1 point. And then, yeah, me personally, I wanted a goal, but
yes, me and Kasana na me here go na so go na ma the moment say home games no metimi ahyehyɛ goals ni bebre e de account one more yenkopie mu Tijani Bashiru Ado ene Yoho United omo a coach ma we say ne omo ne Mediama na ebo na Orange say in fact omo go all out against Mediama yentie Bashiru Ado Tijani.
We know them and they are the current league leaders and they are in form as well, and they have a very good coach that we know very well, and they have a very good experienced players as well, especially in the midfield and the flanks. Yeah. So, but we are also prepared very well because we are playing home, and we need that from the back. So,
of course, anyone summer any Tijani Bashiru Abdo area tuja Mediama coach Ibrahim Tanko anso akasa area fa any approacher woman so area come fi say omoni Hoho United and game no eba so a no me sampa mu na sa game no eba so Ibrahim Tanko approach ben and amode e ko Hoho game no yentie nsama Ibrahim Tanko enso area tuja Ibrahim Diano enyanye ready dia yenkowura mu ewo coach Karim Zito na Karim Zito after some kwaje 5-1 against WAC na coach Karim Zito ensemble and our career for say recover and access to na ade no e da so hyehyɛ mo ho.
It wasn't easy, but we have to recover because it's part of the moment and then we are out of it. We should face the reality and then come and prepare well for the league if we want to go back again. So you can't be crying whereas the league is still going on. So I think by now executives came and then the IMC chairman came, talked to them, I also talked to them. So far so good, we are working towards the league.
Of course, IMC and so any Montana Kasa say 5-1 the NS here we move for beyond to channel for mon common na yourself Bishan say Albert Amwa Echo your starting season yape and Albert Amwa Echo affect mu season no.
Definitely is gone. There's no way we should continue cry. We won't get it. So we are preparing the next players to take over, and so it is up to the players to also prove that they deserve to be there, if not because of Amwa. Now Amwa is no more, so we should continue with what we have to get what we wanted. So we are working on that.
The one and the Benya, the Yepe, and the Tenana, Hubert Joe, a player of Santi Kotoko, Onoswa Kasa, say, in fact, 5-1 defeat in the a hard dream.
We are not happy with it. That defeating, we are not happy with it. Because the way you consider goes to me, because playing God in Yeni Anjamo, and Yakasa, so going to this game now. To be different. The Because we are not happy with it. That defeating, we are not happy with it. Because
and somebody here to draw one more. Now, Dreams FC coach Winfred Dorman and so preparation now. Omo eye Eddie Akwakushia Summer Tesno. One so cheche mukakra.
We have played there. We have observed the team, and we also believe that in as much as we have put for, we still have some pocket of deficiency in their game. So this is what we will try to attack. This is what we will try to. As Chelsea is a good team, they are better. Good side.
Okay, now Yanko Ramo ewo Gold Stars. Emarenfi say Gold Stars. Nana Yamankwa ene upe player bakwa. This season the modern bona shasi konkan pa na eye Samuel Atakumi na odin sembia tuja eye fa Samuel Atakumi yentin sama coach no eye tuja.
Me for now your league also is one of the tough players or selling in the system. The bomb power say obetimi atoaso consistency no obetimi akoswa ayade. You say so obetimi toaso ayade enya wanwa say obetimi afro the national team no aka ho say local boys ni bi mo makoboa is one of the best for now. On betting you are taking into consideration and then account.
Yes, sure. And we are here no Namaminko Remo Vision FC. Omo Echo all the way to Brekum, normally Brekum Chelsea. Akwaga Kobo. Omo manager Nana Ajimai. Nana Ajimai this season more away games no. Na Akwa Koye Din Diamamo. Na this time around more Koni saying.
A little bit complacent in the way that we play our away games. We go out there, we play as if we're playing our home game, but of course the mentality is a little bit different when we go away. But we're doing everything possible to make sure that we go out there and we compete. We've been very lucky to have not play last weekend, so we've had last weekend off, and to be able to work on a system that fits, our team in terms of the way we want to play away. So we have really trained on it. We're going to go out there and test it against Chelsea. We know that Chelsea is very physical. We know they're very strong. We know they're very tall. We know they go for a lot of air balls and stuff. So we worked on it a lot. We are hoping that we'll be able to compete, win the first and second ball, and then put the ball on the ground and play our game. I think that we've been a little bit complacent.
Sure, and Vision FC coach Nana Ajimai no church nsemu hono na Maminko Evans Adote Emare say Baseke Holy Stars is omo kofie omo boaways away from home. He say omo kofie omani aso folk and kwakwakobo this is omo nyanshe go na ene wakasa area fa say omo renim so metimi awe ni game no.
House of Hope is not an easy game. I must say. I know my former boss did it what he has under his sleeves, and I'm also here getting ready to showcase what I can also demonstrate come Sunday against House of Hope. All my aim, my target is to ensure that we claim victory at the end of the day.
And of course, victory no NIRC and Sabet Miaka against House of Folk. Now, did it Dramani? And in fact, this season, Mutimi created chances. Now, so go cinema, did you achieve Mukakra?
Once you create more chances, you try to be more clinical and then score more. When you score more, then your strength in the game increases and the weakness of the opponent is more exposed, and your confidence level comes higher. I think that it is a good point, and it's a very big strength for our team in terms of our ability to create. Once we are creating consistently, we are very positive that we will increase our conversion rate.
Sure. Enti any summer coach Didi Dramani Edema House of Oak Eri Tuja na Okra Santigro Grad is good news and it's Enra Kwame Poku Enso Johnny a senior team no Emarin Vise no pra one a junior team no na training Enra Okra Dako Jacha Kwame Poku and senior team no Enso etimi a training no more Samsona Baba Yaya Enso etimi any senior team no Enso etimi a training no more any idea na mami for intro to say Kate Okreku Enra Enakoku a Women's Premier League no enso ehyasie na okopiemu ewo Madina Astroteva Enra Kate na ohonoma in fact also ekowe emabawa no enti eno de tie enso eno no on that koku ya sinemo we special birthday ba kwa mame fentwamu happy birthday eko ediama sister Mary Mary general manager edema Imbus Pharmacy Mary general manager edema Imbus Pharmacy Mary nyankopon sha oyipa na onkoswa enye okese nti sister Mary ene da sono
medasi
sure
Kwame betina se na fe yedi nkomo bigi so ha mtino na yentwa ye nkomo no so nensam no do so pa mesawo 1 or 2 interviews bebre yesanso bigi yensha se kakra na yemboni tu na Kwame sombre mu na fe yentwa so wa nidi mu
It was one of those games I am sure Sena Nipadodo na be expect say Bechem United ebetimi anya when being the home side. But ade ba ko no say Bechem United this season performance in share down ko ye. They have a lot of experienced players in their squad. Oshe Frank Amankwa I know you interview a very experienced midfielder when it comes to the Ghana Premier League. They have Emmanuel Ampia who has played and captaining in Ba. Almost squad anymore. Augustino Kra available Kofi Tumpo. These are all players of so much quality, but for whatever reasons the performance hasn't been like previous years. Nations FC on the other hand, so one of the teams are near this season. A team last season in Komana Yedine said. Now where performance is good or the home the any can one or better results and as possibly Ghana Premier League obetimi this season they are doing a bit better but their away performance has been poor, very very poor. Before the game against Bechem, now we are lose. It is told to me Bechem a ground say difficult. So no per results. Now Konya pointer. Me feel say a plus the Nations FC from poor man so first game in charge. People were expecting a lot, but at least one to be another 3 maximum points. One to be a kwa draw crampo Bechem. Maybe Nations FC Bobo Kono and so Abasona Nema to me in the subsequent game here. So about right those wrongs and after mistakes kakane buy na Nema Konkai. Because we have to focus on Baseke Holy Stars. A very difficult game. And we have to focus. I'm saying it is difficult because last season, Baseke Holy Stars was a thorn in the flesh. And we had to focus in both legs. Had to focus to me and 3 points and 3 Baseke Holy Stars. I'm about draw El Baseke home. Okoshe had to focus on Accra. It's a debutant. Team Album for now. She a giant. Is have to focus to me. Do a better performance over how to focus there. Clearly, none of the more so. This season, no one can you from Mabaseke. But no more ball. Make us a borrowed home grounds. Finally, more Mwankasa fee. My favorite home grounds. And I know the man give me a day. The man has to focus Bobo Kono. Aside quality, what team no. All but the fee, baby, or bubble. I will not rejoice a power. Now, I have first time this season in the Kwaku, or the person will put smiles on the faces of the supporters. Had to focus any Didi Dramani. Quality, but problem are persisting or had to focus from last season never has been goal scoring. This time around, and also be a problem. And I had to focus Bobo Kono. Coach need to be working on data. I feel the game against Basake and easy. Because last season when they went there, they created the chances. But so many 2 points and I have problem. And so problem there, that's why I'm coaching and share no BB from because it is a difficult ground for any team out of visit. And one of the Nations FC Echo, but now all fighting for the trophy. Kwa mo fa so performance o mo di ma o no ewi ase na ati Nations FC ani so obeje the Ghana Premier League match ne kwa mo so mo biem e ma mo pon game no abruptly And the grounds are very hostile. And a performance, and the players need a ginger playing in front of the fans. It has inputted those little wrongs right. No one could give me. I feel so many results of the Bakoto.
Okay.
Kwaku Kumasi Asante Kotoko goals this season in Ghana to Kwaino. And the game near Dema Kotoko. Kotoko about 4 matches will league no match 3. 3 no match and Abetamu actually 2 or 61. It's about 98% of the Kotoko goals. And from player friends say Abetamu this season. Only no to Kwaino. Goals will be in place of him. And Chireye. Say, or that kind of player with me and need that so anymore. Ebia now living under the shadows of Albert Amwana and Emma with the best of him. Ebia Okono, or with me step it up. No one some good results. Eriama Santi Kotoko. The last 6 meetings, Kotoko Kaila United. Kaila winning 2 are ending in a draw, and a Kotoko winning 2. It's clearly, we share such a team. And finally say a D Kaila United, the derby. They've been a thorn in the flesh of Kumasi Asante Kotoko in their recent meetings. 2 now Kotoko winning Powasha Kesia 1-0 Miru and a Kotoko winning here. So it wouldn't be an easy game, especially with Free Africa move. Now we'll go home for the first time in front of the fans. Oh Baba Yara, after the exit from the African Intercontinental Games, now what's our best player? The supporters are expecting a lot. Omo say abetamo na motor no one e baba be shonu abobo na dia mai and then only my juma na yedin anymore the technical team of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. But I believe say quality there was Asante Kotoko bo ko other players e was say step up anymore Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Abetamo na na shema munya winning bonus oko. It is a way I can win to me share now to win winning bonus ah. Kwaku told you wa I wish Kumasi Asante Kotoko the best of luck but task na den sem nanti e be konka. Kwaku.
Franka.
Kwaku.
Oka Kotoko asem ninti na memo abamu sisi ya no. Nyame adomu a. Yeah. Shade mo be she ana.
Kwaku ya be
na mono say supporters no ade na munko stadium sa.
Kwaku say anunti ni
mona mo adwuma na mo ya mo de bodero ni wo for mo ana supporters na still no a mo ka mo ntie. Ana den problem ni ye den.
Kwaku me da asema menchi akrobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko supporters o mama share no o momu tie Kwaku me na me nua be me bia se na yesan Jenakin na ntika wode Mohammed ona peke me a oba be simiti Mohammed nyankopon o nsha bebrebe Kwaku no kra se supporters na ye stadium no me ameti anga me nim Kotoko problem Kwaku ya yekofa abet amuabai abet try in supporters say obetimi aboa krobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko Kwaku ni nyina echi a na amu asema ye nyina echi no se na supporters ye stadium enti ye besere Kwaku ye kwa Africa ye kwa hu ye hu our supporters important teams ye kwa Africa ye hu ye no work no ye bo ye kwa we no ye hu the way supporters important club se club person successful supporters enti Krobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko ye pesa club ni attractive na club ni fair na de pebia no club ni mai si ye pe abetamo yi na ka ye wiska na abetamo enkwa ebi ko fa hakim ziati ni enso nam Europe ni Spain enso ye fa bi ba I think say ebema club no aye attractive amaye ni nyina nkomanya Kwaku ye supporters into your Krobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko supporter. This is a timer. I was a team no esua beti. Team no esua. Uma who say Krobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko no wodia enya no enye social media derby bra Accra Kumasi Sports Stadium. The show with team no wakwa wa wudi nachi obo wama wudi nachi ena bi me who say yes we are Krobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko supporter. Enya no etimesre nyame aduma wochina ye ni Kara United. Me de senior coaches ekae no de senior bigi monso ekae no ye fa bibia antu yachi na say ye hu the way forward na me ya demo Kwaku ticket no policy no 20 cedis center line 30 cedis and a VIP 70 cedis na me ya demo ochina 330
nti na me ya demo 330 da Kotoko elbow game nti ni die mu a mumra na mubetati
yes ya besre o meta team nachi say ebe yo enye you free supporters this is the time a club no ehia ye so at ye fa bia nto ye chi na enso wo mu ebre mu odi kaira de mi aminim say omunya bad say na big kan ba beka say ni omo share 6 times omo share 2 ya bodo 2 ni ya show mu 2 omunya ba sa nti no si amani am support ye boys na am omo me say wo mu ni excuse this is the time a game when am so mo share na mo de supporters na come so man say na big cry no and then you know mo edin
eti asanteman yesramo Franca Bodeuro say
yes
no miensa about pay mu 3:30 kotoko ebo game
yes
tickets no saying 20 cedis 30 cedis
70 cedis
and 70 Ghana cedis mo beta kotoko echi
yes
esan say ye the dom and e kwa akon
yes
inti ye jai mrantia no nko a enye yie inti omo sere dom kotoko so de ma kotoko mu yedu eye nipa eta o mu chi
yes
nipa twe no ho asebi kotoko edane ordinary
yes
na nse mu ama kotoko aba fom esanse nipa anase etichafo ni ho
yeah
nti sebi kotoko kwa abonten kura se ye si treaty kotoko no enkane a entimi masa
sabe pepe
nti Franca esremu se momra mbeta tim no chi
yes
3:30 entesa
it is akwaku nti medase
na me show na Pastor Cash Ministries mama Pastor Cash mrana menene mbonko mo ba ko mienu miensa bi esanse me hu se foforo aba wadom bacho edini you correct Pastor Cash
Pastor
right
Cash, yes
nyamisha na enyom no foforo ibi wo hoda na so we na ye foforo
we na di kan
bi
so to aso eba
oh great it's when ye title no ye den wadom denti na o friend wadom
ye wo de nipa etimi ye ne ye wo de nyankopon esu timi ye ti ne de nipa ekokosi no nyankopon to aso fi ho ti nam nadom so na odi ko wie peye ti ne bibiara ba bia wa ho odi asi no nyankopon adom to timi eto aso de ko awie
nti nipa no wa ho ndi nsi a de aka nyankopon adom eno to aso na nyom no nkyeremu no ye den enyom na aso kyere ne tesen
enyom na nkasa ye mpaibo petition a obi de to nyankopon anim se mane nyekom omuana no wo ne situation a oye de owom abrabo ne yo kon tinne wo hwehwe se nyankopon be dan ne ho adi wa abrabo nim ama no
oh okay
eye mpaibo nyom
ba
de obetimi so de adi asa nso so
mayentie wadom no na me baby sa ba ko mienu miensa bi latest aba wadom from Pastor Cash Ministries